Who's first?
Who's first? Let's see who's first.
Who's first?
Emily.
Emily is first.
Hello, Emily.
Emily.
Weez, Bert.
Nice that you're first.
Mustache check. Looking good.
Are you growing a mustache?
Yeah, only this one. What do you mean, are you growing a mustache?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you see it.
This is a month of work.
No. No, it's only the beginning of the month. This will be towards the end.
Okay. But it's because the rest is also growing. Are you growing a mustache or a whole goatee or?
No,
what?
I'm growing a mustache. I need to shave this. I haven't shaved yet. This part.
Okay.
I'm only growing this part. Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm very curious
Yeah.
how it will look.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a mustache before?
I think for a while I didn't really have a big deal mustache.
It might be sexy. You know, sometimes I think men with mustaches they look sexy.
Tom
I mean,
Selleck.
I'm not gay, but you know, I can still think a man looks sexy.
Yeah, I agree. You don't have to be gay to appreciate the beauty of a man. And the majestic of my mustache. Hello, Renzo.
Yeah,
Remember
I'm curious.
to hit that like if you're him.
Hello.
Can I have a conversation with us?
He looked right at us, and then he walked by. I think he didn't even register us.
Well, very close to the German views. Nice.
Yeah. Hello. You want to have a conversation?
You just immediately spot the tourists because they're going backwards on the street when they probably shouldn't. It's kind of dangerous. Yeah.
So how manyth time of live streaming is this for you this week?
The third.
Third.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like something like 3 times a week for you nowadays?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, because I'm going to do it on Sunday also for sure. And probably also tomorrow because the weather is really nice.
Is it also like on specific days or is it when you feel like?
I think it's Monday and Tuesday because I work for We the Free. It's kind of difficult to. I feel like my energy level is not that high to do also this. You want to have a conversation? Just asking people some questions, getting them to think a little bit. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
You look shocked, yeah.
Okay, you want to come? Here's the train view.
Okay.
Okay, let me just start the camera.
I'm only English.
Yeah, what's your name?
Roseanne.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Roseanne.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Lobo.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
you.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're animal rights activists.
Yes.
And so we want to ask you some questions about animals.
Yes.
So first of all, like let's put a hypothetical situation. Let's say you're walking down the street here in Amsterdam and you're all alone by yourself and all of a sudden you see a guy and he's just relentlessly beating a dog.
Yes.
You have 3 options. Option A, you're going to help the guy beat the dog. Option B, no. Option B, you do nothing about it. You go like and just walk by. And option 3 is you're going to do something. Go call the police, for example.
Yeah, I'll try to stop him.
Just try to stop him. Good.
Yeah.
And what would you say about like option B, like just walk by? Would you say that's a moral choice to make?
It's an easy choice, but I don't think it's moral. I think, how do you feel inside when you just leave something like
Yeah,
that? Yes.
I agree with you. It would be immoral to just walk by and do nothing when you're
Exactly.
just in a position. Calling the police costs you no time whatsoever,
Exactly.
right? So why not just do that when you can help an animal, right?
Yes. No, absolutely.
Great. So, and then let's say that it's not a dog, but it's a pig. Would you still do the same?
Yes, it's a living thing. I would feel that way about anything that breathes.
Yeah.
Human, dog, cat, pig,
Right.
anything.
Yeah. Because it's not a
But
thing,
most
right?
people will just pass.
Sorry?
Most people will probably just pass. They won't help.
But why would it be bad if you do that to them? Because, like the person who's doing that to them, they do it as a form of exercise. And we need exercise, right?
You can go eat a bag or something in the gym if you want to eat something.
So it's not necessary for us to beat the dog, right? Okay.
So the fact that it is not necessary, does that make it wrong?
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's right. That's why. No,
Okay.
definitely wrong.
Do you think that maybe then us paying for animals to go into slaughterhouses for food, clothing, or entertainment, it's also, since it's optional, it's not necessary for us, it's also wrong?
It's wrong, yes. I think it's totally wrong, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think we should do about this one?
Which one?
Like the animals forced into slaughterhouses for us?
I don't know. I'm from South Africa. We've got ships being loaded with sheep going out to the United Arab Nations, and yeah, it's terrible. It's something that we're trying to stop. So, I never think any inhuman action against animals is ever right.
What do you think you as an individual can do about it?
Well, contribute and protest, I suppose. Not that it's doing much, but at least you get people aware of the fact that stuff like that is happening.
Yeah, and if you sit outside, let me ask it this way: if I sit outside on a slaughterhouse and I say what we're doing to animals is wrong, and with a sign, but then I go out at home and pay for animals to go into slaughterhouses so that I can eat their flesh or drink their milk, would that make sense?
Yeah, that's a difficult question. I mean, because people eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
do they need to eat meat though?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. Some animals are actually bred to be slaughtered and be eaten. So yeah.
Yeah. But,
It's-
But is that right to bring them to existence to slaughter them? Because we don't need to eat meat. I'm a nutritionist. We have evidence out there.
Yeah.
We don't need to eat meat. We don't need to eat any animal products. We can be healthy and thriving on a plant-based
Okay.
diet.
yeah. I mean, we're both
I
vegan.
suppose
We're
so. Oh,
thriving
okay.
on a plant-based diet, so we're living
Yeah.
proof. Yeah.
Yeah, that it's possible.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. My daughter is vegan. My parents are vegan. My in-laws are vegan.
Yeah.
My wife is vegan. We're all thriving.
Yeah,
on
no,
a
we don't need
plant-based
to.
diet.
I suppose we don't need to eat meat.
Yeah.
It's been a thing.
We don't need to eat meat, right? But
No.
then remember the conversation we had before, right?
Yes.
Where we said like, okay, the guy is punching the dog as a workout or
But
the
that's
bacon.
not to eat.
That's
that's
we
cruelty.
said. Yeah, we said
But
that.
it's for
that-
exercise.
1 second. We said that it is unnecessary, right?
Yes.
And so when it is unnecessary, you doing some kind of violence to an animal is a morally bad thing, right?
Yes.
So how is that different from eating meat? If eating meat is unnecessary, which we know as a fact is true,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then how is it morally right to put an animal that is healthy into a slaughterhouse and cut their throat?
Suppose it's not. But how will you stop that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think you can do as an individual? I ask you the same question.
Stop eating meat.
Exactly.
Yes.
Stop eating meat.
Yeah.
My family is running away from me, guys.
So how many
This
more
was
animals should be forced into slaughterhouses for you from now on?
None.
None?
Right.
That means going vegan. Let me give you a card, okay? I appreciate you stopping by. Watch The Minion. Do you think you can give that a watch? It's a documentary that shows what animals go through, and I think it's
Yes.
important to know all of it because
Alright.
we might think that dairy or eggs are harmless, but it's far from it.
They are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
there's
so
so
much.
many vegan options here in Amsterdam. Just while you're here, choose the vegan options.
Vegan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you.
Nice
Have a
meeting
good
you.
one.
Alright,
Yep.
thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye. What do you think?
That went well.
That went well. Do you think she'll change? Hello, everyone.
I don't know. It's hard to say because she had to run away.
Oh, we gotta make fun of the people who make dumb comments now.
All right.
Animals are delicious.
Animals are delicious.
Oh.
Yes. Really?
It's okay for me to cut
I
the throat
didn't
of a
know
dog.
that.
Animals are You didn't know?
Wow.
Dude. Yeah, you're missing out. You
Wow.
just got it like you cut the throat of a dog,
Uh-huh.
you drain the blood,
Yeah.
you take that blood, you
Yeah.
boil it,
Uh-huh.
and then you take all that meat, put it in that blood. Oh,
Oh.
it's delicious.
Tastes
man.
good,
Tastes
yeah.
good, yeah. You have to
Ooh.
boil the meat in the blood.
You know, I always wondered why do people do these barbecues? You know,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's because
Apparently, it tastes good.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's new to me also.
Totally new information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only learned about this recipe online, but I didn't know that you can
Yeah,
make that
wow.
taste good.
What's the next one?
Let's see. What about understanding that plants also have a perception of their mind and
environment
can feel
too.
pain as well?
Okay, can you please go to doplantsfeelpain.com?
But look at this, all of the dead. Look at the slaughter
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Terrible.
Look at this.
Look
Look,
at all those dead
look at
plants.
this dead plant. Oh,
Oh, God.
probably this plant
And
felt
this
pain.
plant had a perception of its
Yeah,
environment.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't have a brain to perceive, anything. But
Yeah.
But
You know what? You know what is really bad is I'm actually a machine learning engineer, and I build video recognition systems, and they have a perception of their environment. So what? Like, can I now not turn off my computer anymore when I train the machine learning algorithm? Just having a perception doesn't make you a sentient being. It's sentience that matters. It's consciousness that matters, and plants don't have those. And that is also a scientific consensus. There are some people who actually looked into that, but plants don't have a central nervous system, nor do they have a brain, nor do they have plant pain receptors, nor do they have some type of evolutionary need for all these things, right? Like plants simply don't need all those things, so they never grew or evolved to have them.
The funny thing about evolution is that the organisms evolved in two ways, right? There was the organisms who evolved while while developing localized mechanism of defense, right? Like plants develop local mechanisms of defense. That's why sometimes they emit
Some chemicals.
they release some chemicals, or they emit some really high-pitched sounds, right? All of it to deter, but that's all just local, and it's all just like it's how do you call it? Formulaic? Not formulaic. It's just chemical reactions. But the other sides of the organisms developed a central point, and developed central nervous system, and developed the brain, and the brain stage 2, stage 3, and then consciousness
subjective
evolved.
experience, and so on.
Yeah, that's where consciousness and the subjective experience of the world comes from a central nervous system and a brain. So if a plant does not have that, and the plant cannot have that because of how they evolve, because of how they are, then they essentially cannot possibly have any of it. And
Yeah.
even if they did,
then what?
we kill way more plants when you consume animal products, because animals have to be fed more plants in the process.
Oh no, killed by logic.
My
Minimize your suffering then, if you don't
Wanna try?
Also, I think, we shouldn't, I don't want to downplay plants too much. I mean, plants are amazing.
They are. No, I'll give you that.
There's intelligence in plants for sure.
Yeah, you shouldn't go around killing plants if you don't need to. But arguably, you need to eat something.
No, I'm not saying it's morally wrong to kill plants, but I'm saying plants, you can still respect plants for what they are, and it's not like we have to downplay plants. Plants
The funny thing
have
is,
all kinds of intelligent behavior.
the funny thing is when people say that it's morally wrong to cut out trees or plants, is because they make oxygen for the sentient beings. So the reason why it's morally wrong to harm plants is because in the process you would be harming sentient beings, even when they make this logic. So it's so weird that people really want to justify this nonsense.
I mean, if you want to go with perfection, then you maybe if you want to take the morally perfect route, maybe you should kill yourself, because I
is
could
the
have
morally
stepped on an ant.
Yeah.
It's possible. Who knows what I'm causing, what kind of suffering just by existing.
But you have a duty to yourself
it's
also,
not about
right?
being perfect.
Don't you have a duty to yourself also?
Yeah, no, it's a bit ridiculous, of
Yeah.
course, the argument. But I'm just saying, there's no way to live a life and not cause some type of suffering just by existing.
Yeah. But
So-
obviously that does not justify you causing even more suffering in the process.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
We're not advocating for perfection.
Exactly.
Just some just some baseline stuff. I don't go around punching people in the face because I don't need to.
You don't?
I don't know.
That's what
It's
I do.
apparently a very good workout.
Yeah, it's apparently a very good
Yeah.
workout.
It's very good for the muscles. Like
That's
the
why
upper
we're here.
muscles.
That's why we're here in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
Anne Frank to punch
And it's good
people.
for the environment as
Together,
well, you know,
yeah.
because when people are punched in the face, they think a little bit longer about their actions. So
Yeah.
then that helps them with reducing their carbon footprint somehow.
Yeah, they might miss
Yeah.
they might miss a meal because they feel bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
That's,
killing people is also very good for the environment.
It's very good for this.
People are the #1 polluter on the planet. So
Somebody said that because we're humans, we decided what is morally right or wrong as humans.
that's true.
That's true. But that does not, throughout our history, we never said, okay, we decided what is right and wrong, that's it. We've constantly moved the lines and questioned if what we do is right or wrong. And we're at a place now where we have science to back up the fact that animals are sentient, that they have an experience of the world. We're at a place that we know for a fact that we can thrive on a plant-based diet, and thus everything we do to them is probably just as bad as if we did it to a human being, right? Yeah. The experience that they have, and a lot of people are like, well, our experience is more rich. Well, yeah, I mean, to some extent we're more intelligent, and our intelligence can also help. You know, for example, when you feel pain, you can distract yourself from the pain because you're intelligent and you can do that. But if you're not intelligent enough, you might just feel the pain consistently. And that's essentially saying that whatever bad thing you do to a being who is not intelligent enough to distract themselves, they feel it even worse. So their experience of the world
Potentially, yeah.
might matter even more. Potentially, yeah, of course. 'Cause
It's very hard. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's impossible to say.
it's impossible to say, yeah.
But like, just because morals are subjective doesn't mean we now should become nihilists and say, well, you know, sorry guys, morals are subjective, so you know, fuck it, let's just do whatever the hell we want. You know, no, I don't think it works that way. I think as a society, as you say, we evolve a set of morals, and we evolve those to be in line with some basic principles, like don't do unto others what you don't want to have done unto yourself. You know? And I include animals in others, you know, like, because why not? I mean, you know, humans are animals.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, we have the most intelligent brain of all animals on this planet, but
Is this guy an actor? It feels like he's an actor,
oh, that could be.
right? Like you feel like I've seen him somewhere.
I don't know.
Doesn't he look like the? I don't know. Kind of look like that.
I don't know.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
He looks like he could be one.
Yeah, it's definitely handsome enough for that. Yeah. What happened to this guy? Does his car just break down over here? So there's a Tesla over here, everyone.
Yeah, everybody
And there's just stop
is
the whole
stopped
traffic
because-
of the Tesla.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's going on. Some people got in, like I think he's like a taxi driver. Yeah, he's a taxi driver.
They
Some
should-
people or something, yeah, like or Uber
These
or
kinds of
something.
streets really shouldn't be open to tourists, you know.
To cars.
Maybe, yeah, only to the cars that actually have like an actual need to be here.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane to me that these
Yeah.
two streets, that the streets that are alongside the canals are not like just bike and
Yeah, to me as well.
pedestrians, and maybe like the cars that need to do that, but otherwise, yeah, it's kind of weird that all these cars. Look at how many cars are just sitting around.
I'm absolutely convinced that it's gonna change as well.
That's a big problem.
It's gonna be a few years, but there's no more cars going to be here at some point. These people that have an issue. We should show the traffic jam as well.
Yeah, I can't show you the traffic jam because it's the other way around, and I would have to move a lot of stuff.
They're searching for something.
They're searching for something. Somebody lost something in their car, I guess.
He lost his wedding ring, maybe. No, I'm just fantasizing.
Sorry about that.
See
After
how
reading this,
nice
you will
everybody is
forget-
today.
After reading this, you will forget that you were gay with your brother. I don't have a brother. Do you have a brother?
I don't have a brother, no. Okay, well, it's just.
What are you guys doing again? Yeah. We're sitting here in Amsterdam in front of Anne Frank. We're with a sign that says we're doing a social experiment, come talk to me. And we're waiting for people to come and talk to us. But because of the traffic jam and because this whole thing stopped right over here, I believe that not a lot of people will stop at this moment. So because of this.
It's crazy that nobody is honking at this point.
I was also
Like,
gonna say, like, it's pretty
wow.
impressive that nobody's honking.
I mean,
Huh?
everybody is just patiently waiting for this ultra traffic jam to finish. Yeah, it's just
It's massive, yeah. Yeah, and he also has nowhere to go. Huh? Oh, he could go here in theory, but fuck him.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, I see the museum people also got involved.
Let go.
what the hell is going on?
I have no clue. It's hard to explain everyone because what we're seeing, as I said, is a Tesla that stopped and is doing absolutely nothing. And I guess they lost something in the car, as you said. Something's happening.
It seems they lost
The
something.
guy's not moving. There's only one-way street. But
And they seem to be searching for some. Oh, they found it.
Oh, you found it?
I don't know what is it, but
Beschadigd materiaal heeft
oh,
precies in die dinges.
What is that?
it's the car key.
Oh, shit. The car
Actually,
key.
I owned a car exactly like this at some point.
It's the Model 3. What is it?
Yeah, I did own a Model 3 at some point, and I saw him just now. He lost his car key, so I understand why he was freaked out because that car key is just like, yeah. I mean, you can get new ones, of course, but like maybe you couldn't even drive anymore without the car key. If the car key is too far from the car, then yeah, you might not be able to use his car. Nobody honked.
Nobody honked.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
honked. That's insane, huh? Everybody was just patiently waiting. That is
People
pretty
are
insane.
in such a good
It's the weather, man.
state.
The weather
It's
is
the
really
weather.
good.
It has to be the weather.
It's
Yeah.
really, really good, the weather.
The other day I was bicycling through Amsterdam and there was like an old man in a car and he was like, looking over his shoulder 50 times as there were like bikes flying by and it was raining super hard. And there came like a taxi driver behind him and like he waited for like 2 seconds and then he started honking. And that was in shitty weather conditions, I think the weather changes everything.
Yeah, it's insane how moody we are, huh? How much we depend on emotions, we as humans.
I certainly am. Yeah, so I think the rest of us are as well.
The weather doesn't affect me that bad, to be honest. It affects me only if it's too warm, but otherwise my range is kind of good.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky
I also
you.
don't really like biking in the rain, so if I have to, it kind of sucks. But we do what we gotta do. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay inside? No, I'm gonna bike.
Yeah.
I don't have a car.
Yeah, no.
The one with the hat is vegan because he's bald. So I'm vegan because I'm bald. I don't think you know what being
You're
vegan
bald
is,
because
brother.
you're vegan. That's
that
what
would
you're
imply
saying, yeah.
that would imply that all bald people are vegan.
Yeah, no.
But that all vegan people are bald, which is also not true. Because look at Lodewijk. Is vegan, not bald.
Oh, I have a little bald spot here.
Oh, you have a little
Yeah,
tattoo.
yeah,
there.
so that might be because of the diet. I mean, you would have to prove some type of correlation there.
Yeah, there's no correlation. It's just
Just trying to come up with stuff.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Wait. Even let's just imagine. I'm gonna steal man the position. Let's just imagine hypothetically that being vegan would mean you also go bald. Why would that be bad?
Well, because I'm insecure about my how
Yeah.
I look.
Yeah. Why would that? Oh, I'm so insecure about my looks that
Absolutely.
I'll decide to exploit and slaughter innocent sentient beings. Who does that? No.
I think there was a girl or woman on your stream at some point was shouting like sexy, like vegan men are sexy, and I would have to agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Compassion, fairness,
Compassion is
intelligence.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexy. And also strength, because you have to show strength to stand up to something that is right and
Yeah.
for you to change while everybody else doesn't.
We're doing the hard thing.
We are. Yeah.
Standing here and trying to have conversations with people who don't want to change.
Yeah. The problem is that when people are like seeing that nobody comes, people also just follow what everybody else does. So since nobody came, they're gonna be like, being vegan is awesome. Yeah. Somebody said gay. Thank you. Gay is gay. We use gay on this channel to mean awesome. So thank you for calling us awesome. Real women eat meat. Somebody said real women eat meat.
Okay, is that a woman saying that?
I have no clue.
It really sounds not like a woman saying
It's
it.
so stupid.
real women.
And I bet you this
never heard a woman say real women, you know, like this is like it's not a typical female thing to say.
I bet you this person has a problem with trans individuals also.
Yeah. So many insecure boys on your channel, I think.
A lot of people.
Yeah. I think like masculinity is somehow very important.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why people are so insecure about like, oh, I have to eat flesh to feel secure in my own position. Oh, I have to be like a big man. I'm a big man. Look at me. I killed an innocent animal. I feel like a big person. That's exactly it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's not sexy.
It's not. No. Just
It
be
doesn't
secure.
look
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, just be secure and, you know, stand up for what is right. If you stand up for what is right and you're secure, that's far better. That's more appealing. Not that you should do things that in order to seem appealing, because that's also like a weird thing to do. Just do what you think is right. And, you know, you'll find a partner if that's what you're worried about. By somebody who shares the same values as you do.
Yeah, it's like people are insecure always tend to want to do what everybody else does, you know, so you can kind of hide in the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
It's like being vegan means going against the grain. I wish it wasn't that way, but right now it's like being vegan is going against the grain. And that's hard.
Do you think at some point it will change?
Yes. Absolutely.
Get out of the way, you are blocking the shot of the canal.
If you want to get shots of the canal, you know, go on
Yeah.
Google Images.
Look at the canal.
So
You see it
many
behind
shots
me,
of the
yeah.
canals there. Hello, want to have a conversation?
Yeah, wait, we're flirting with them from a distance. They're like, maybe I wanna. I'm a bit scared. Let's see. That's how it is, huh? You wanna have a conversation with us?
Seems to be looking past.
Oh, yeah, he seems to be
He's
looking
dreaming
at the post and
something.
stuff.
Hello.
Are you guys okay being on YouTube?
Actually, we were about to ask. It depends on what. Like, what were you guys gonna ask about?
So
Like,
we're-
Just some questions. But
Oh, we can say-
first and foremost, are you okay being on YouTube? Because we are filming.
you are,
We're live already.
Yeah, we're
Are you
on
live?
YouTube. Yeah.
What's your channel?
I'll give you afterwards. But is it okay if you're live on YouTube?
Sure.
I need some form of consent.
Yeah. What is
what are you gonna ask us about? Yeah.
Oh, that you'll see.
Oh,
We can start with the first question. So we're animal rights activists.
Mm.
So we would like to have a conversation with animal rights. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't get cancelled, huh?
Yeah, that depends up to you. It's-
All right, let's see. Let's do it then. Let's try, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we're already live, but right now we're also making a video clip, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Come a bit closer.
Right, so we're animal rights activists. And so let's pose a little hypothetical situation to get into the conversation, right? So let's say you're walking down the street here in Amsterdam and it's dark and you're all by yourself, and then all of a sudden you see a guy and he's just relentlessly beating a dog. Like, just really terrible sight.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? A, you're going to help the guy beat the dog. B, you're not going to do anything about it, so you're just going to go like, and walk off. And C, you're going to do something about it, which might be just calling the police. Which option are you going to pick?
See.
C. And what do you think about option B? Like just and walk off.
I mean, it depends. If there are like 20 people there and they have like knives and guns, well, I'm gonna try to call, maybe get it as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Call the cops there.
Assuming you'd be safe. That's the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Then see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even a question.
But I'm saying like option B is like you're not gonna do anything about it. You're not even care about it. You're not gonna call the police. You just and you're the only person right there.
I would never do that.
Right. So you would
So
say
C.
that option B is immoral.
Option B is immoral. Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just ignoring it.
I
because
feel
you
like
would-
this is coming somewhere, but okay.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's coming to
It's going somewhere,
Yeah,
but okay.
But option B is immoral, right?
Yes. I mean, yes, it is in the situations that you define.
Yeah.
Where I'm completely safe.
Yeah.
And no harm is going to come to me by calling the police. If
Yeah.
I don't do anything,
Yeah.
yes, it's immoral. In those
Okay.
circumstances, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Under those circumstances,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So now it's the same circumstances, but it's a pig.
You are. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
It's a pig now. Option A, you're gonna help the guy beat the pig. Option B, you're gonna go like meh and walk off. And option C is you're gonna do something about it, even just call the police.
For me, the animal doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the living thing doesn't matter. It could be anything. Animal, insect, whatever.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Why would that be bad though? Why would that be bad? Because the guy is doing it for exercise. Like he really just wants to work out,
Yeah.
so he works out by punching the dog.
Doesn't work.
It's good for his muscles.
Well,
He can go to
what
the
if I
gym.
decide? What if I decide the
alive.
same thing on the guy? What if I want to work out as well and I do the same thing to the guy?
So
Yeah.
it's wrong. So it's wrong. Why would it
To-
be
to
wrong
beat
to
the
work
animal?
out? Yeah, because he needs to work out, right?
Oh, why does he work out like this?
Yeah.
That's how he wants to do it. Right?
Yeah. Very good for the muscles.
Yeah.
He can just punch a punching bag.
I would
Yeah.
say it's
Why-
wrong. Yeah.
Why punch
So
an
it's
animal?
wrong because we can punch
You can
something
do it
else,
in a
right?
different way. Yeah,
We
you can do it in
a different way.
different
So it's not necessary.
at all.
Yeah.
I
So
know, yeah.
when it's unnecessary to, abuse an animal, we shouldn't do it.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah. Any living thing
Okay.
or not living. Like yeah.
Okay. So do you recognize that it's not necessary to eat animals?
Like this. My thoughts on it are like that.
No, wait. Do you recognize that it's not necessary to eat animals? Just yes or no? Okay.
No, I don't recognize that either.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you?
What kind of evidence
No,
do you
I-
need to see to be convinced that you don't need to consume animal products?
Well, like this. So I have my own thoughts on the situation.
What sort of
First
evidence
all,
do you need to see in order to be convinced that you don't need to consume animal products?
Well, in a nutritional way, in a way where.
Yeah, so like
So science.
a meta-analysis, would that suffice? A meta-analysis is top of the pyramid of evidence, and it's usually like once you have a meta-analysis saying something, you're pretty much convinced that that something is true. So would that suffice?
Well, if the analysis is completely 100% true with all the facts laid out in front of me, scientifically proven and all that,
Yeah.
if me not eating an animal is more beneficial to my health than me eating an animal, then yes.
How about if it's just as beneficial to your health?
Well, that's the thing that I'm getting at. It depends on how you eat the animal. Because
What if it's equally beneficial? That's what I'm asking. So you can be a healthy eating animals and you can be healthy not eating animals.
it depends on how easy it is to get to food. Like if not eating the
As
animal
easy.
is more expensive, it's
No,
like
same
economically
price.
harder, you know.
But wait a
Same
minute,
price.
because in a situation when there's a dog or somebody beating a dog or beating a pig, the easiest solution is to just walk by and do nothing, ignore it. And yet you choose the difficult solution, which is to get involved and say stop it. So why would ease matter in this situation then? Because
Because
you
of,
could usually just take a little bit of more difficulty to no longer force an animal into a slaughterhouse, no longer cut their throat. To no longer
Yeah, what if the guy
if I
said
don't have
like,
any money, then I'm not going to starve myself.
Oh, but
what if the guy says
money is a
I'm-
different scenario, right? Like you said,
But
ease.
I said if I said about like economic things, like for example, if me not eating animals costs me more money and I can't live because of that, I can't pay my rent, I can't do this, I can't do that, then I have to eat it.
But if
Like,
it's cheap,
survive,
but
you
if
know?
it's cheaper, that's
like
okay.
if it's the
if it's the same
if it's
price?
I mean same price, then
If the same price, you get just as healthy as you got, then what? Like he would find out that that's the case.
It depends
What
on
would you do
how
then?
the
What
animal
would
has
you
been.
do?
It depends on how the animal has been killed. Like-
Oh wait. So we're saying like it's you've already been convinced at this point, not now, but like hypothetically, you've already been convinced that it's just as healthy and it costs the same and it's very easy for you to do, right? So you could be vegan and it would be healthy, nutritious, and it costs the same. So let's say that is the case. Then you would recognize that it's unnecessary, right?
In that case, yes.
Yes.
But
and then if it's
not
then
though.
unnecessary, is it then different from the guy beating the dog? Because it's both unnecessary in that situation.
Well, like I said, it depends on how you kill the animal. Because
Yeah,
after all,
with a
this is
knife.
the law. That,
Like we do,
Yeah.
you
So
know?
okay.
Yeah.
Can I say my thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. So it depends on how you kill the animal. Because currently, my thoughts are this. Like for example, the way that animals are killed today, I don't like it. Like if I could have the power to become to not eat any animals, I would, because I don't like the way that they're killed. But the thing is like, this is gonna sound very interesting, but if
Okay.
if you go out in nature, you hunt the animal yourself, not with a gun, because that would be too unfair. In a more fair setting, you hunt the animal yourself, you risk your life to kill that animal. Like say you have a knife or whatever, you know, or like a bow or something, you know.
That would be
Something that
incredibly
is fear.
stupid.
No, let me finish. And you're able to kill animal yourself. You know, like you bear the guilt of killing the animal yourself, and you went through the effort yourself.
Yeah.
Then I think it's like if the nutrition is equally valuable on both sides, it's less okay, but it's not.
Wait, but
Like-
I'm failed to understand why is that more moral? Because you're still making a choice to kill an animal when you don't need to. Like, I understand you're saying, well, because I work for it or something, but how is that
I'm
more
saying
moral
like
if
now,
you take
I'm saying
any
now,
other...
without theoretically.
If
Like,
I-
theoretically speaking, no.
But if I take any other immoral injustice, right? Like say rape is wrong, right? And then I say, yeah, but if I chase after them and then they kind of beat me and then we kind of brawl a little bit, then rape is okay. No, it's not. It's still you're still
Nothing to
violating
do with
somebody's
that.
autonomy.
You're
still
changing my argument, though.
No, what I'm saying
Yeah,
is
you
you're
are.
committing an injustice for
So
something you
animals are
don't need,
committing injustice
regardless.
as well every day.
Yeah,
when they
it's
kill
just that the difference is that you have options, they don't. That's
How
the
do- how
difference.
do you know
It's
that?
it becomes an injustice when you have options.
Okay,
it's an
you're-
injustice when you choose to kill an animal even though you don't need to. That's
that's
how we
not-
started. We started
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
necessity.
In that
if
case-
there's no
yeah,
necessity,
in that
even if
case,
you go
yes.
out in the wild, even if you pay for an animal product, there's still necessity is still no longer there.
Wouldn't you agree that killing a plant is also killing life? They're both life. It's
But
the same thing.
a plant is not a sentient being. You understand the difference,
Yes,
right?
they very much are. Mushrooms are sentient beings.
No,
they have
no, no.
mycelium.
Plants
yeah.
are not sentient.
Not
beings.
sentient, but like in a way, like for example, a tree, they have nerves. They can feel pain.
They don't have a
No.
subjective experience of the world,
No,
and they
of course
cannot
not.
feel pain. It
Plants
doesn't
don't have
matter.
nerves.
The only
Of course they
reason
do. Don't you know?
No, plants don't
Look
have
it up.
nerves.
Look it up. You don't know your facts. They don't have like nerves in the
Are
sense
we
that we
going
have
to
to
Dude,
go
come
on
on,
the
man.
internet
Like,
right
this
now?
isn't-
search it up.
Yeah.
Like they.
So
they
shall I ask ChatGPT? Do
Yeah,
plants
ask
have
it.
nerves?
Let me
Okay.
clarify what I
Here
just
we go.
said.
Here we go. Wait.
Before you do, let me clarify what I
Do
just said.
plants
let
have
me clarify
nerves?
what I just said. You didn't clarify what I let me
Okay.
clarify. Let me clarify. I know that
they don't have
listen to
nerves.
me, listen to me. They have a way to feel. That I know. They don't have a brain, okay? But they have like some sort of membranes. They have some sort of organs where like you cut
don't
it.
have organs.
Like there's like it feels it. I know it. Like I've read
don't
it.
have
Like there's
organs,
something, not
man.
nerves, like as in pain, you know.
Let's
But it's still
fuck
life.
it. I don't care. I don't want to debate this. First of all, they don't. Second of all, and they cannot. Second of all, even if they
Well, that's for sure.
even if they would, yeah, please look it up.
Okay.
Even if they would,
What
you
are
would
we
still be
fact-checking
you would
right
still be killing
what is
more
your main point?
plants.
What do you
You would
wanna-
still be killing more plants when you consume an animal product because that animal ate more plants in the process. It's a law
So
of
either way you kill.
thermodynamics.
So either way you kill.
Either way you kill plants. You don't have to kill a sentient being. That's like saying my existence involves some form of harm. Therefore, I'm gonna cut your guy's
Look, for
throat
example,
because by
what I was
benefit
trying to
from
say
it.
is this. I'm going to read it aloud. While they don't feel pain, plants do sense damage and
Yeah,
respond to
of
it.
course they
Wait,
do.
do
Yeah.
respond to it in a complex,
That's not what
almost
we said.
intelligent way.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
they're
So
intelligent.
intelligence.
Just like a phone
Yeah.
does.
But you're
you
just-
know, a
you're
phone
just-
when you drop
Dude,
it, sometimes a phone when you drop it, they have this mechanism that they stop, for example, certain areas of their phone, like for the battery, they start supplying power to the battery so that if you drop it, the battery doesn't explode. So this is one of the things that your phone senses. Your phone senses light, senses battery, senses all of this. Does that mean that your phone is sentient? It doesn't. A
But it's not the-
senses
it's not in the same way
thing.
that the plant
It's
is.
exactly, it's mechanistic. Yes, it is in exactly the same way. It's mechanistic.
It's not.
And even if it weren't, as I said, wait, even if it weren't,
Can
I
the
don't
phone-
care.
can
I
the
don't care.
phone
Wait, I
reproduce
don't
itself?
care.
Let him
I don't
finish
care.
this
Wait,
sentence then,
Finish, let me
because
finish.
that
I don't
finishes
care.
it.
Even if you think that plants are sentient, in the process of you consuming animal products, you kill more plants in the process. So your choice is between killing an innocent sentient being and a fuck ton of plants, or killing only some plants.
Well,
you
exactly.
cannot
in the
say
way
that the better
okay,
choice is to
in the
kill
way,
the
in
innocent
the way that I
sentient
say,
being and
like in the way that I say how
plants.
it's okay to eat animals, then you would not be, because you wouldn't be farming and killing them. You would only be hunting them.
That
It's
animal
different.
has to eat something throughout their
Either
life. You
way they have
understand
to.
life.
Either way they have to. Either way.
Yeah, so if you eat
So,
that animal, you
okay,
get
but-
less calories than if you ate plants directly. You
Okay, but
understand that, right?
let me correct you. You're saying
It's
if you farm the
thermodynamics.
animals,
It's
you're
simple
saying
thermodynamics.
How is it
Okay,
thermodynamics?
thermodynamics.
Because it's calories
okay,
in,
because-
calories out. Do you understand that an animal, the amount of calories that an animal eats cannot possibly be the amount of calories that that animal gives you? Because that's a law of thermodynamics. Some energy gets lost by producing heat, by keeping them alive. So if they eat 1,000 calories, you're going to get around 100 calories out of them.
Okay,
so
ultimately-
that's
So what
the
are you
whole
trying to
thing
say?
about
What-
it.
what is the-
What
what
I'm
is
trying
the-
to say
what
is
do you
that
want- why are you
instead
throwing in the word
because
thermodynamics?
instead of you killing an animal, which would also be an injustice towards
Would
them,
not-
you could just get 1,000 calories from plants instead of getting 100 calories from an injustice.
let me,
No, no,
I'm gonna
to an
gather my
animal.
thoughts.
Not
I'm gonna
even an
gather my
interview,
thoughts.
just
I'm gonna gather my thoughts, okay? In the theoretical sense, where you say that both would be nutritionally equal, and like the price would be equal, everything would be equal, then yes, in some way it would be immoral to eat an animal. But this is not the case.
No, the case is
This
that
is the
it is cheaper to be vegan. We have empirical evidence.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
the
show me
cases.
the, show me the evidence.
Wait,
Oh,
we're having a conversation
my
right
phone
now.
is
It's not
over
for you
there,
to make
but
a point
if you give me your
right?
phone, I can show him the evidence that it is cheaper to be vegan.
It's not. It depends on the
I
country.
thought
that
it
you
was
are.
all
It
about the
depends on
interview,
where
not
you
you
are.
trying to convince it's about a conversation.
Yeah, you want to see empirical
Anyway, I'm just
evidence
gonna-
that
okay,
it is
it's a
cheaper to be
debate.
vegan.
It has been proven.
I think you will somewhat agree with me. Let me finish what I'm just saying.
Right.
In the case that, like, in the case of today, where it's not like it's clearly not cheaper.
It is.
It's
It is
clearly
cheaper.
more
There's a
nutritious.
study
It's
in-
hard.
yeah.
It's
It's also-
harder to do
it's-
because.
it's
No, let me finish. It's clearly not because in the place that you go, in any restaurant that you go, if you want to eat vegan, if you want to get the necessary ingredient, like the necessary nutrients, it's gonna be very tough for you to do that. So here I'm gathering my thoughts.
Yeah,
In a
fine.
theoretical world, for me,
We can look this up later.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. In a theoretical
You're
world,
standing in front of the camera. Bro. Thank you very much.
okay, so in a theoretical world
Yeah.
that I would have, like came up with, eating an animal would, for me, only be okay if you bear the guilt, if you bear the conscience of killing it in a fair way. Okay. In that
It-
way,
it
yes.
cannot
because
be
animals
fair.
do
How
hunt
can
each
it be
other.
fair when it's
Yeah.
not necessary?
Yeah.
Let's
No,
say,
but
let's say
I'm
that,
saying-
let's
I'm
say
saying
you go
it-
out in the jungle. I'm
But
going
you're
into your.
You're not finished. You're not letting me finish.
It's like
though.
I've let you finish.
I'll
you
take-
said.
I'll
give you
I
the
understand
finish.
your point. Let me reply to what you said.
Sorry.
Right? You say like when you bear the guilt of actually killing the animal itself, then it would be okay. Then it would be fair. That's
No,
what
not only the guilt, because here what happens is you go to a restaurant, you order a steak, the steak is well cut in front of you, all
Yeah, yeah.
medium rare and everything.
Yeah.
You don't care. You don't see the animal getting killed. Like you don't see it getting dumped. You don't see anything. You don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But like
But you
I've been in a factory
Do
where
you
it
do
happened.
that, by the way? Do you go into restaurants and order steaks and eat these kinds of products?
Exactly, that's where I'm coming.
Yeah, yeah.
I do, but I'm aiming to change that. So
Okay.
in the future,
So you're going to be vegan then?
Okay.
Because you're never going to go out and
So
hunt
here you
your
go.
own stuff, right?
This was done in 150 countries
before
up
you,
to
can I just say one thing before you
2050.
read? One thing.
Vegetarian and vegan dietary
Wait, let him finish now.
patterns were generally most affordable,
You can write
and
anything
pescatarian
you want
diets
on-
were
on
least
Google.
affordable. This isn't Google.
I
This
will
is
find you a million
this is a
articles that say
PMID.
otherwise.
This
I'll
is a
find you a
this
million
is
I can
study.
find any article otherwise that
Sure,
say
we'll find
otherwise.
Dude, I've
That
been
say that-
vegan
Find it.
for
Vegan
many
products-
years. It's as
Yeah.
cheap.
Okay,
like
let-
in
I
fact,
can-
it's
it's not about the
cheaper.
price.
Okay, let me
Nowadays,
ask you
Wait,
this.
I have another one. I have another one. I have
Dude,
so many.
it's
It's
not
so funny
more
to you guys that I
expensive
have
to
I
be
have
vegan.
so
How
many
did
studies
humans
showing
evolve?
this.
How did
No,
humans
you have to
evolve?
be much more creative.
Wait,
when you-
okay,
when you
if you're going that
to
way,
get,
let's do
to
that.
get all the ingredients, yes. And in
How did
Switzerland-
human
dude, in
evolve?
Switzerland,
Who
we
cares?
How did humans
In
evolve?
Who cares? Why would that be
You
relevant?
know what was the first
There's only one vegan
Why would that be
restaurant.
Okay, let
Why
me
is that?
interview a little bit. Let me interview
Because
a little bit.
veganism is only 1 or 2% of the whole population. That's why.
You wanna
There
see,
must
you
be
wanna
a
see
reason why
If
another
there
one?
would be more people, then there would be more
Why
vegan
is that-
restaurants.
why isn't everyone adopting it?
Okay.
Because people like you are coming up with all kinds of bullshit excuses
We're
to
not
not
coming
do
up
it.
with bullshit. We're
You
just
are.
Wait.
The
The second study was done on 1,040 individuals,
Man, I
and
can
it shows
find you a million other
plant-based
studies that say
consumers are
otherwise.
shown to spend less than all other consumers.
who cares?
assessed.
Okay, can I
Because they eat
can I
less.
say something? There was a girl in Bali who died because of eating only fruits. Why is that?
Oh, there was
Because
a
she ate
person. Wait,
only
there was
fruits.
a person somewhere in this world
By eating
that
only
died.
fruits.
That
Because
died
she
by
cannot
eating animal
necessarily-
products. Do you know
Yeah.
there's a person in the world who choked on eating some animal products?
so
That
what-
was
so
not
let's-
animal
so
products.
let's-
It's animal
okay,
products.
It's not about choking. I'm not-
Let's try
I'm
to
not
find a
talking
common
about
ground. What are
No,
we
you're
trying
talking
to
about
let's-
somebody who
let's-
wasn't consuming his
I like what he
diet.
says. Let's try and find
There you
common
go.
ground.
Let's try
So
to find a
if
common
in a world where it would be unnecessary to do this to these animals, right? And now we're talking not about wild animals that we're going out to hunt, but the animals that you buy in the restaurants and in the supermarkets where you go, right? Those animals that have been killed, we would say unfairly and unnecessarily, because we've been living for vegan for many years.
Can I
We've
ask you-
been-
can I ask you
there's
one
100 million people.
Sorry to cut
there's
you off.
100 million people in the world that are vegan. There are vegan athletes. You know, you think about Serena
Super
Williams,
rare,
Lewis
super
Hamilton.
rare.
They're
Yeah,
rare,
super rare.
but they are there. You need only one to prove the
They-
point.
So
you
vegan-
know?
But there's a thing
So just
about
to-
them. There's a thing about all these athletes. They all have a private chef. Why is that? Because it's much more complicated to
Yeah,
make
also,
good enough
yeah.
vegan meals that have all the right nutrients for your
Yeah,
body
like if it was
and for
as
your
easy.
muscles.
Look! He's a nutritionist.
Good.
What the fuck,
Good.
man?
Congrats,
We have evidence.
congrats.
We have
Yeah,
science.
congrats
I
to
don't
you.
have a
So you're
private
saying, like, this is
chef.
so
Come
different.
We
on.
all have different lives, you know.
He's saying
you
you're
cannot
saying
base
it's,
your.
but you're
your
saying
facts
it's
on
so
one person who
difficult
has
that he
muscles.
pulls out his muscles. It's not
Yeah,
difficult
it's-
for him.
Let's not.
Is it
Let's.
difficult?
No, it's not. Let's.
But I
Let's
mean,
not.
people have all different lives. You know, you cannot generalize everything. It's,
No,
it's
so-
very,
so-
you cannot deny the fact that it's very complicated.
No, we
No,
have.
it's not
I have
complicated.
evidence also that you can build just as much muscle.
You
on a
don't know how
plant-based diet.
complicated it is because you've never
let's find
tried.
common
I,
ground.
I have, I have a
Usually-
friend
okay,
whose sister is vegan.
Let's
Okay.
find common
He
ground.
tells me how complicated it is to for her to get all the nutrients. She has to make very diverse meals.
My
Listen,
entire
listen,
family
let's-
is
let's-
vegan.
let's not-
Nobody
let's not-
finds it
let-
complicated.
Sorry, let's just put it that way. We cannot use anecdotal evidence. Okay, if you go out there and say I have a sister who's vegan, I can tell you I have a father who's not vegan and he has
the
heart
same thing
issues
with your
and he has
studies, though.
issues,
It's the
right?
same thing with
no,
your studies.
because the studies,
Studies
are
are not
empirical
anecdotal.
evidence.
I can
Studies are
find
not
I
anecdotal.
can
okay?
find a million other studies
Please
that
There's
say
a
that
find
hierarchy
them,
of
please,
evidence.
Alright,
please,
it's okay.
please
Let's
find
try
Like
them.
to
there are,
Okay.
have a constructive
I've
argument. Now we're
watched
just
the documentary
no,
on
we
how
got-
I provided
Djokovic
the
also is
empirical
vegan, 'cause I
evidence.
used to
Please
play tennis
provide
back then.
empirical
Djokovic
evidence.
Djokovic
Yeah.
used to be vegan.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
But the thing is here.
Plant-based, yeah.
The thing is here. Some people are like, okay, some people are completely vegan. Some people eat only steak. Like for some people it works better. For the others, it depends on your biology.
No, it
But
doesn't.
it can.
I'm a
100% it does.
nutritionist.
How did? Okay, but what did you do before the agricultural revolution? Huh? Do you know when was it?
Nowadays, it doesn't.
Do you know when was it? When was the agricultural revolution? It's very important in your
Why
argument.
would that matter?
It's around 7,000 BC. Do you know why that matters? Because
Why?
humans evolved in a much longer time, eating only like maybe 1-2%, like
We
here and
have
there berries
empirical
and shit like
we
but,
can
like,
thrive on a plant-based diet. Nothing else
you have
matters.
you have empirical, you have historical evidence.
We have
proof.
meta-analysis that we can
Scientific
thrive on a
consensus.
plant-based
Yes.
diet.
You have more evidence towards the fact that people survive eating
No, we
meat
don't.
better.
Do you know what? Do you know what the
100%.
pyramid
But
of
let me finish
evidence
what-
is?
Let me finish
Do you
what
know
I'm
what the
trying.
pyramid
You're
of
cutting me off.
evidence is?
You're not letting
You
me
say
do
you
my
have more
argument.
evidence. You made
You're
that
not let-
statement.
I'm not gonna let you
Do you
talk.
know
You're
what
not
the
gonna
pyramid of
conversation.
evidence
You're not gonna let
is?
me talk.
It's not going anywhere.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
trying
No,
to
let
find
him
common
make.
ground.
Come on,
Look,
make.
what I'm
Make
trying to
let him make his case. Let him make
Okay,
his
let me
genetic
make my-
fallacy
Okay,
case.
it's this. The genetic fallacy.
Yeah,
okay,
this
it's
is called the genetic fallacy.
Okay,
What you're doing now.
humans, evolved a much longer period eating only like diets like that, only meat. Agricultural revolution is a very recent thing. Okay, so when you're like the fact that your diet was started being more I don't know, like vegetables and shit like that. It was much later in the evolution of humans. So they evolved much longer eating hunter and gathering. And what do you hunt? You don't hunt plants.
What
you
is
hunt
this
meat.
supposed to prove? Because this is just a
What is
genetic
this- what is
fallacy.
this?
This
Yeah.
is supposed to prove this.
This
okay?
is a genetic
This
fallacy,
is,
by
this
the
is
way.
supposed to prove.
I don't know if you know, but you're
Okay,
committing the
you're-
genetic fallacy
Okay,
right now.
what does that mean?
What does that
It means you're saying that something is true because of how it started, right? It's because of its
No,
history
because not
that it is
because
true.
it just started, because
Yeah.
how long it was compared
Yeah,
to
that's
that.
exactly what
That's
you're
like
saying.
fallacy. That's fallacious, right? Because
that fallacious?
It's fallacious because imagine this: throughout our history, women didn't have rights. For thousands of years, women didn't have rights. That doesn't mean that that was the right thing to do, or that was the healthy thing to do, or that was good for society in any way. It happened for thousands of years. It doesn't mean it was good. Okay,
Do you know-
something
okay, let me-
happening for
okay.
thousands of years doesn't
Okay,
mean
okay.
it's good.
Okay, do you know-
But
okay.
we have, luckily, we have top of the pyramid of evidence. So the pyramid of evidence is there in order to disprove any of these type of arguments.
pyramid of
okay?
evidence?
So,
The
okay.
pyramid of evidence. On top of the pyramid of evidence, you have meta-analysis, and then the pyramid of evidence essentially tells you
Define
what
meta-analysis,
what
what is
you
that?
what you need to listen to, right? At the top of the pyramid of evidence, you have meta-analysis, then you have cohorts, then you have randomized control trials, cohort studies, and other, like, you can look it up what the pyramid of evidence is. But essentially, whatever is at the top of the pyramid of evidence will trump what is later, right? What you're talking about is anecdotal evidence. We've been doing it for a long time or whatever. There's case
It's
studies.
historical evidence.
Case studies are
It's not
case
anecdotal,
studies
it's
are
historical.
above
It's
anecdotal
historical
evidence.
evidence. It's
Historical
historical
evidence, whatever.
Historical
It's
evidence.
nowadays we have meta-analysis, which is top of the pyramid of evidence that show we can thrive on a plant-based diet. It doesn't matter, and we have the largest organizations and nutritionists and dietitians on the planet agreeing on it. We don't just have one study; we have several studies that were, in fact, funded by animal agriculture with their intent to disprove it. So it's not like it's established
You know
science
you're-
that we can be healthy on a
then-
plant-based
okay,
diet.
let's
It's like
not-
if you believe the Earth is flat, then you can believe that the same thing. It's just as established science. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden it's something unreal. We have several
You know
people who
what's
have
crazy is
thrived on
that you know what's
plant-based
crazy
diet.
is that I agree with you on 80%, but you're focused on the 20% that we don't agree on. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think
can't
that they
agree
Yeah,
on
but we
80%.
100%
You're not letting me,
disagree
like,
on
it's-
our actions.
but you're
Because
not
you're
letting me
going
agree.
into shops
Oh,
to
huh.
eat animal products, right?
Can I ask you a
So
question?
just animal products or animals themselves?
We're speaking.
What do you mean? Which one do you mean?
indirectly, you're eating animals, right? Yeah, you're eating animals. animals that have been in those conditions that you yourself don't like.
But you're not letting me agree with you. That's the thing. Like I do agree with you. It's not unfair how animals are killed today.
Yeah.
I'm only
Okay.
saying. Okay,
So
I'm
what are you
gonna
going to do
gather. I'm
about
gonna
it?
gather what I'm only saying in a nutshell. In a nutshell, I'm saying this: as long as the way the animal has been killed is fair, like gives an equal chance to the animal to fight back,
How can
I
it
think
be
it's okay
fair?
to meat. I think it's okay to eat
How-
meat.
Never mind this for a second,
Yeah.
because that's the 20% he doesn't want you to focus on.
Okay,
It's fine.
yeah.
Other than that, how
let
animals
it.
are killed today, I agree. But also, there's this thing.
Okay, but you
cows-
agree, but
and
what
I'm
are you
also
going to
coming
do
to
about,
that.
because we don't care about this debate, right? We don't care about what you eat. We don't care about you, in
Yeah.
fact. But what we care about is what you do to animals, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why we're here, actually. We care about
Do you do
animals.
something for animals?
Yes.
What do you do?
What we
speaking
have
on-
these types of conversations. Unfortunately, this conversation is pretty low quality, but like we have good conversations with people.
You're not
who
letting
then
us
actually-
agree. You're not letting us
What would
agree
you
with
define
you.
a good conversation?
Well,
I
where
just-
people-
Let's
Do we
not
have to
let's not
agree with
derail-
that?
let's not go into a meta-analysis of what the conversation
Yeah,
is.
let's-
But my
for now-
Bro, what is that?
Meta-analysis?
What is that meta,
What is the
bro?
meta-analysis?
well,
You've
this
been
is
saying
this
it
is
for
in
like
a
the
different.
past
This
hour.
meta-analysis is a different.
It's not a
This
nice
means something
conversation.
else. We're right now
You're
instead of having the
'cause
conversation,
no,
we're
everyone
talking
has
about the
chance to speak.
conversation.
You
And
guys
let's
are
not
just
do
cutting
that. That's
off
what
the-
I'm saying.
You're putting
So
my
let's-
words after
one
context,
second.
that's
One
why.
second. You said it's wrong how animals are killed, but you still pay for
Yes.
it. So why do you
Okay, that's
continue
what
to
I'm
pay
saying.
for it?
I'm aiming to get better at that. Once in the
Why do you
future,
continue to pay for it right now if you find it
because I
wrong?
can't eat otherwise.
You
I'm
can't-
traveling.
you can't adopt a plant-based
you're
diet.
in the most vegan place.
Yeah.
I don't
on the
live
planet.
here. I don't live here.
Yeah, Otto, are
You
you,
just
going
said
to
you're
eat later
traveling.
on?
Yes, I am traveling.
So as you're here, while you're traveling here in Amsterdam,
Go eat
you have
vegan.
no justification for not eating plant-based.
Give me restaurants to eat plant-based. I'll check them out.
Okay,
sure.
here's
That's-
an app. It's
we can
called
do that.
Happy Cow. It's,
Happy cow.
Yeah, Happy Cow.
Écoutez-le aussi.
Here's an app. You can download. You can download it for free.
Can
You
I
can
tell you
download
something
this-
on my personal my personal notice?
One sec. Let me just finish this because we're not. I agree that I'm not letting you finish, but so sometimes, but at some point we need to start finishing each other's sentences, right? Here are all the vegan restaurants in Amsterdam. You see, there's plenty of choices. You won't be able to exhaust all the vegan restaurants in Amsterdam while you're here.
Look, the truth.
There are no reasons for you while you're here in Amsterdam to not eat these products,
Maos.
because whenever you do eat these
what's
products,
gonna happen when
Sarma
I leave?
kebab,
well, that's up to you for now.
another mouse.
Okay,
Yeah,
Soil
can I
vegan
say
cafe.
something?
Okay, we could try one. I'm actually looking like.
Okay,
look,
great.
Here we're agreeing. I would love to try a vegan. Actually, I want to. Like, I would love to try one.
Awesome.
And on that side, like, to gather.
But you
the
don't
thoughts.
love to. The thing about it is, I appreciate you saying you love to
But
try
you're
it.
cutting me
But you
again, man.
I'm
You're-
sorry.
like, you're not letting me
I
finish.
just want to be clear on something. You say you love to try one, but you choosing to not go to a vegan restaurant, you choosing to buy a non-vegan product in Amsterdam would be immoral according to your own standards, right? You understand that you would be acting immorally according to your own values if you don't choose a plant-based diet while you're in Amsterdam.
Okay, so you're criticizing me of not acting completely morally. Have you
According
ever
to
acted
your
according to
values.
your morals, like every single time?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's from the start of your life.
Unless
you've
I
done
make a
everything-
mistake, yeah. But if I make a mistake, it's not consciously. I'm not intentionally making something bad. If I intentionally go against my values, it's bad. I
So your
wouldn't go
whole life you were
intentionally.
moral.
Isn't that everybody acting normally? Isn't that like if you think something is bad, you're not going to do
okay,
it
I'm
because you
gonna-
think it's
okay.
bad?
We're
Okay,
not
I'm gonna-
perfect. If your point is to say that we're not perfect, okay, we are not perfect.
That's not
and
the
we're
point.
not we're not
We're
trying to be
trying.
holier than thou, you know. What we're trying to
Than
do
thou.
is to let people understand that according to your own morals, what you're doing is immoral. And it's not because we care that you are some kind of
I didn't say it wasn't. I said I wanted to work towards it. But right now, like as I live my
what
life,
makes
right
you
now-
Can
to
I-
not do it.
on my
anyway?
personal note, I like my opinion. I like the taste of steak.
Oh god, here we go.
I
like
Oh,
the
that
taste
was
of it.
justify cutting
Yeah,
their
I like
throat, right?
beating the
No,
dog.
no.
I like beating
no.
the pig. You know what
No.
kind of argument is that? You know.
Okay, I got to bring up the glove, you guys. Do you know what this is?
no idea.
No idea. Okay. So this glove right here is a glove that farmers use. They put it all the way to their shoulders, and then they put the hands in the anus of a cow to hold their cervix, and then they inject bull semen in their vagina. Somebody else has to jerk off a bull for that to happen. They do all this. They do all this so that you guys can have cheese
Like I said
and
again.
meat.
Like I said again. I don't like how animals are farmed today.
But you're paying for it.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah,
Give me a
that's
break,
true.
bro. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get better, man. Like you're not letting
No,
me
you're
agree. We agree.
stubborn,
Actually, we
you're stubborn.
agree. Like
We're
we
all
agree.
stubborn, yeah.
We agree on 80% of what we're saying. I mean, at least me. I agree with the fact.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I
you
know.
see
I
lots
know.
of. Wait,
I know.
Can I say something to you? we absolutely do not care what you say. We only care about what you do.
Exactly.
So, and that's why we feel like you might feel that you're closer to us than the other way around, because you're saying, yeah, I agree with a lot of what you say, but all that we see is what you are going to do when you
we
walk
just
away
went-
from here, which is to consume more of these products, which cause a lot of injustice to these animals.
I agree
and
with
that's
that, yeah.
that's the thing we want to stop. So if you say you agree, then our next question is
Unfortunately-
always going to be, what are you going to do about
But
it?
unfortunately, life isn't fair. That's a very unfortunate.
So
But
there,
that-
and then
that's very
if we're
unfortunate. That's how
here
it is
trying
now.
That's
to
an
make it
appeal
a
to
little bit
futility.
fairer, then why are you making it harder for us
It's
to
a
make
logical
it fairer?
fallacy.
We're not making it harder. Everyone has. We're just having a conversation and giving
Yeah.
our opinions.
Yeah, but okay.
So here's the
So
thing.
here-
Let's-
what- the
for
thing
example,
is,
what
like,
would
you're-
you have
you're
done in the
giving us
original
so much
scenario?
back pressure.
What would you have done in the original scenario?
Sorry.
What would you have done in the original scenario? When you
This is
when
what
you
I
walk
would
past by and you
describe
see the guy beating the dog.
I know, you don't have to show me
I would've
anything. I
called
know
the
what's going
police.
on. I told you I went to these
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
And then he continues.
And-
It's too late. The police has
There's-
arrived. The dog is dead.
I don't know exactly what I would have done. You know, it depends a little bit, but I would have definitely helped in some way. You know.
Like
Yeah.
in my perfect world, I would
I'm
only
not
eat.
sure if I'm
That's
such
it.
a
Like, that's it.
like if I would have intervened or whatever, maybe yeah. But
Exactly.
at least I would have helped.
Yeah, if you're an animal lover, then you should have intervened.
About 300.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
just
maybe I
just
would have.
before the
Yeah,
animal
I would
dies,
love to
you
see
know?
the comments.
As soon
Yeah.
as possible.
yeah
I would
but
love
there
to
is
see the
there is
comments.
risk to yourself
I hope they can
to
hear us.
take that into account as well.
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. So animals and humans are not equal then.
Well, I am.
That's-
I am not.
That's what you're saying. Because
I don't even need like
risk
I don't
your
even think that animals and humans are equal. Like if
does
it's
it sound
between me
from
and a pig, I'm going to choose me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
just as you should.
But when I
Just
go
as
into
you
a
should.
restaurant, that's not the choice that I get. It's not like I have to die or the pig has to die. No,
think-
there's options. There are other things to eat.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
100%.
I think
And
this
that's
conversation.
why
There are other-
I don't need to
there are other
claim
things.
that humans are equal to animals.
I
don't
think
even
this
claim that.
conversation is going nowhere. I'm
No,
sorry,
okay, let
but
me let me,
Can I
let me
ask
say
you a
one last
final
thing.
question?
Can I say
Listen.
one last thing looking at the camera? Is that
No,
okay?
no.
Why no?
Why we?
Because it's
I will
my
not-
camera, and I don't want you to say that. So
you-
let's
okay,
let's just
yeah,
kind
but
of
we-
like
you-
we
this.
came out of
Okay,
our
You're
own
making
so-
this personal. Like you're making this personal. Like you.
Sure, whatever. I'm
Can I
making
ask you
it
a question?
personal.
You
I don't
said-
care. So we're here, by the way, to speak up on behalf of animals. You guys are defending your position and how you like to do stuff, how you get enjoyment out of it, and how it's difficult for you and
No,
all that
speak
stuff.
individually
Can you speak
for
at
all
least
of us,
for a
please.
second? Consider their individuality, their experience, because all you think about is I like steak.
I never
I
said
don't
that.
like how
I
they're
never
killed.
said that.
I said that.
I
We're-
pointed
we're-
at him.
Our opinions are
I
slightly
pointed at
different
him
on
when I
subject.
said that.
Slightly.
Stop being victimized, okay? I pointed
You're
at
being
him.
victimized.
I pointed at him. Listen, all this I am not, you are kind of stuff is not really grown up. Let's just be
Then
grown
why
up,
do you say
okay?
we're that- then
You
don't
say-
accuse me of being
as I
victimized
said,
then.
you guys have to consider the perspective of the animals for a bit, okay? Because I understand that from your perspective you get benefit, you enjoy it, you might find it hard, but it fails into comparison to the hardship
That's
that
what
they
feels
are
enjoyable.
going through. They are fucking going into a slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's putting their hands in their anus. They are getting raped. Their babies are stolen. They're getting killed. They're getting fucking exploited. And you are trying to justify it by saying, it's difficult for me to pick a different restaurant. Fuck, come on. What the fuck are we saying this? Really?
You're about to
Is
put
this
that
the
you
type?
there.
Is it really this the type of person that we want to be? The one who says it's too difficult for me to choose to be compassionate or fair towards an individual because I cannot go to a different restaurant or I cannot pick something else? Come on.
Okay, in that case, can I ask you a question? Do you have more capability of what you're doing right now? Like, can you go? Like, can you? Do you think you can go bigger picture? Because
What are you
I think
talking
that
about?
okay, I think that by I don't know, just by interviewing people on the street like this, you know. Wait, let me gather my thoughts. I'm gonna say this in the correct way. I don't want to say something wrong. Okay. I think that there's a more efficient way than standing in the street and interviewing people of solving this problem. Like, if you have the power to do that, why don't
Please
you
tell
just
me.
do that?
What's
Like,
the
why
more,
don't you just
what's
do
the more
that?
efficient way?
But I don't know. That's for you to figure out.
But you
I
said
don't know
you
that.
think there's no more efficient
Of course,
way.
create like go in business with your friend. Create a chain restaurant that only
You
is
don't know
vegan
what we
or
do.
something like that. You know, like you you're not doing okay. Like I'm only criticizing you of not doing the full thing of your capabilities. Like you're just here, then
like
you
you're
don't care as much as you
It
do.
sounds to me.
fallacy,
It sounds to me like you're just upset. Your ego is hurt right now because I've just proven
My
to
ego
that.
is truly not
I've just
hurt, man.
proven to you
I think
right
yours is
now.
hurt.
I've just proven to you right now that on
second
top
you say
of the
that, you reveal
logical
yourself.
fallacy
Second
that
you say-
on top of the logical
The second you
fallacies
say
that you were
reveal
committing.
yourself.
See, like
Let's stop.
you're even interrupting me when I'm explaining to you that you're
You
committing
interrupt me
logical
as well. You
fallacies.
interrupt the whole
whole
time.
interview.
Sure. So on top of the logical fallacies that you're committing, on top of the logical fallacies that you're committing, on top of that, I explained to you, you're defending a position where you're the oppressor. And you're sitting in front of Anne Frank, which is the symbolism of what happens when oppressors do something they want to do because they want to do it, which is the symbolism of
So
discrimination.
there's a reason you came here.
You right
Let's just
here,
say
you
this
right
now.
here choose to oppress
Even your friends
animals.
laughing. What are you saying, man?
right here choose to oppress animals. You right here choose to oppress animals
No, because
because they were
otherwise I would
born
go
a
and kill
different
animals. I'm not
species.
oppressing them.
You would not be oppressing humans. You would not pay
No.
for humans to be slaughtered,
Can
exploited for you for a product you don't need, and yet you
Yeah,
choose.
okay.
Because they were born a different species. It's exactly the same fucking thing. You don't understand discrimination, and I feel sorry for you. But
I don't understand
please,
discrimination.
for the
I'm
love
sorry.
of God, stop thinking only about yourself and encapsulate all the other sentient beings in your circle of compassion. Okay? That's all we're saying.
Thank you.
Can I
Can I say-
I'm gonna say
No.
one last thing. Let me finish.
Say one last thing, and that's good. Then
May
let's
I?
finish. No.
Go ahead.
All right, whatever you say. Bouge. Okay, I'm saying this to the chat. I'm saying this to everybody. They have. I think they have some good points on the fact that it's immoral to eat animals currently. In a perfect world, in my opinion, I'm just gonna state my opinion so you guys understand what I'm trying to say. In a perfect world, okay, especially that today nothing is proven. Either eating completely
No, this is
vegan,
proven.
it's not proven. Eating
You're
completely.
gonna,
Let me
no, no, no,
finish.
if
Let
he's
me
gonna
finish.
put misinformation, I'm gonna interrupt.
Let me. I
I'm
can.
not gonna finish you spouting misinformation. on my
There's no
channel, just to be clear.
100% conclusive
We can
empirical evidence.
100% clearly,
There's no-
we have
there's
empirical
no
evidence that you can
100%
thrive on a
Let me
plant-based diet.
finish.
I will not let
Let
you
me
finish
finish.
spreading misinformation
Okay,
on my
let me.
channel.
Let me. Okay, you
I'm
would say
not
that
gonna
after.
let you finish spreading misinformation on my
Yeah,
channel.
you're spreading
You're not
misinformation
spreading
yourself.
No, I
Yes.
showed you. You want to see the evidence again?
Man, I can find a million other studies.
Find it.
Bro, we're
Find
not
it.
gonna.
So either you,
Find the
either you
evidence.
believe
I
the
can't
science or
find
you
the
don't.
evidence.
You think I can't find that?
Please.
Shall we go on ChatGPT and ask? You know what? Like, come on.
All right, let me finish. Either way, it's not on mainstream science. That the fact that eating vegan is completely like a
Yes,
better
it is.
thing to do. It's not. Like nutritionally, it's not. Okay. Anyway, I'm finishing what I'm saying. In a
Because you
perfect
didn't know
world,
about it doesn't mean
in a
it's-
perfect world, because none of them is proved. Like either eating completely vegan or eating completely steaks or eating a mix of both.
Yes, it is proved.
Which one is better? Is in my opinion is mixed. But
No, it's
either
not.
one extreme has not been proven which one
There's
is
no
better.
extreme. The only
okay?
extreme is
So
forcing
because of
animals
that,
into slaughterhouses
in a
for optional
perfect
products.
world, for me, the only way to okay way to eat an animal would be if the way you kill the animal is fair towards the animal and it gave it a fighting chance, because it is the law of nature. Animals kill each other. If you gave it a fair chance of running away and not having a fucking 50 caliber anti-tank gun to kill it, if you have a knife or something that's fair to kill the animal, then it's okay to eat meat.
Yeah, if you have a
bear
knife-
the guilt, if you bear the
have a
guilt
knife
of
and
let me
kill somebody
finish,
and
let
the
me
other
finish,
person doesn't,
let me
then it's
finish.
fair. You're
Let me
right.
finish.
So
Let me
fair.
finish. It is the law of nature, and I think that it's okay as long as
Law
the
of nature, an appeal to nature fallacy now.
as long as the way of killing the animal is fair. I think that it's okay to eat meat. That's
But it
all I'm
isn't
gonna
fair.
say.
And you're
That's-
paying for
right now. It's not
unfairness.
fair, and I do that. Yes, but I'm looking to get better, and the guy here does not let me agree with him. The channel owner.
Okay, well,
of course
you know,
not.
So that's what I was trying to
I'm
say.
not gonna let
can
you
I,
agree with
can
nonsense.
I end it for now because
Please,
That's your point.
like
not my
he
point.
made his little
It's
speech.
empirical
He
evidence.
made his little speech. Can I now make a little ending speech?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's your channel. It's your channel. Say whatever you want.
No, but I want you to
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
as well and not
Yeah, of
interrupt
course.
me for a second.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
we're-
gonna interrupt you if you say misinformation also.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know, this man here is a nutritionist. Yeah, and there's nutritional science. That means that it's
Can you
not.
show us what you eat? every
You
single day,
already
for
are
example?
interrupting me, right? So
I mean, you just said he's a nutritionist.
Phone is there.
he's a nutritionist, yeah. So, and there's nutritional science, and it's not like these nutritional scientists have never thought, oh, what would happen to these vegans? You know, like it's not like we haven't done studies where we looked at vegans over many years, and then seen, you know, all-cause mortality, cancer rates, you know, heart disease, and all those things. It's not like those studies don't exist. Those studies do exist, And then there
Which
are
studies?
studies looking at vegans over many years, and then looking at how they are.
I'm not saying
thriving.
they don't. They do exist. Of course they
Yeah,
do. Never
and,
said the opposite.
and in fact,
but
the
other way
vegans
around
live
also
longer,
exists.
have lost less cancer risk, and have less heart rate risk. Yes,
I mean,
right.
that's not necessarily true.
Okay,
I'm
before-
sorry, I'm
before-
interrupted.
In
Okay,
the
but-
Seventh-day Adventist study, where they looked at 90,000 vegans over 30 years, that is absolutely the outcome of that study.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
it's
get
possible.
that.
Yeah, that study should. That,
There's
that study
certain
probably
types of
exists.
cancers, of course, that meat causes and animal products cause, or they increase the chances of. But I would say if your chances of cancer are in a certain way, you're going to get cancer whether you're vegan or not.
Yeah,
but
it's all statistics.
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's statistics. It's not nothing.
It's
more.
there's no absolute like
There's
you
no
might always
absolute,
find an anecdote of a guy who was vegan and died early, you know.
Yeah.
Or you might find an anecdote of a guy who ate meat his whole life and then
Lived up to
lived
100.
up to 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Also,
when
the
you
stats
look at
depend
this.
on the samples of people that you take.
Yeah, but
well,
we
the-
have statistics.
have
We know
meta-analysis.
how to do power analysis.
Can you
You
please show
know.
me what is meta-analysis? You've been
Sure.
saying it for the past
Can you
30
give me
Right.
a phone?
Yeah,
So
please show me.
meta-analysis
I
is
can
the
just
top of the
explain to you,
pyramid,
right?
and it's essentially
pyramid?
it's a pyramid of evidence, right? The pyramid of evidence is defined in science, as I explained before. In order, because you get evidence nowadays from all sorts of sources, right? Somebody will say, "But look, I know somebody who did this." Somebody say, "Well, look, there's a study that says this. There's a study that says this." So this way, there's a thing called the pyramid of evidence that says if there's multiple studies, how to classify them, which one to trust, right? Like if there's somebody who just has case studies, like essentially writing official case studies based on somebody's experience, those are somewhere at the bottom above anecdotal evidence.
Yeah,
and
I just
above
found these
those,
studies, by the way.
at the end of it, at the top of it, you have meta-analysis, which are essentially analyzing all the other studies.
Can I have access to meta-analysis on my phone?
Yeah, of course. You can just look on Google. You can search. Show me the studies.
Peer reviewed. Yeah.
Here you go. What study? Vegan diets can meet nutrient needs but require careful planning.
Yeah.
Is that what we were saying?
It requires some
That's why
planning.
the
yeah.
athletes need.
Let's read
But
this.
you think that this planning is difficult? It's not difficult.
But here's a summary of peer-reviewed research
Yeah.
comparing mixed omnivorous diets with
Yeah.
strict vegan diets.
First one, vegan diets can meet nutrient needs but require careful planning.
Never said the opposite, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you can be healthy
if
on a
you do
plant-based
your
diet.
if
Look,
you
I'm
if
gonna
you know
read
what
this
you're
out.
doing, you can be vegan.
Omnivorous
honest-
diets have higher
be honest, I
bioavailability
dedicate
of
my
iron,
time
zinc,
to other-
calcium, vitamin
to other
B12,
things
vitamin
in
D,
my,
and omega.
Doesn't matter because
So-
the
okay.
outcome is
Yeah,
that you
because
can
you-
So-
because
so
you
this
don't
is your
care about the animals or what?
No, I
So
don't care.
this is proof that both studies.
So
I
why
don't
would
want
you
to
not
debate this shit that
spend a
was
little bit
already
of
been
time
established.
looking-
Why are we
Okay,
debating
whatever.
something that's already been established by science? I'm not a
However-
scientist. Are you a scientist?
You just
Are
said
you
you were a
scientist? I'm a
nutritionist.
nutritionist that is not a scientist. You do you not know the
so what do you-
difference?
Can you show us the?
I'm just
can
like
you- can
I'm
you
just
show us
like
something that shows
I'm
it?
trying to understand it. I'm trying to first of all no because my phone is over there.
Ah,
Second of all, I don't want to appeal to authority and you believing me as a nutritionist what I'm saying.
I'm gonna agree
Third
with you
of all,
as soon as you show me you're a nutritionist.
first of all, I don't give a shit if you
Ah,
agree
good.
with me or not. I don't
We're
have to
not
prove
lying.
anything to you. I don't have any incentive to lie to you or anything.
do you have,
As I've
like,
explained to
actually,
you,
like, are you a
yeah,
certified
I'm a
nutritionist?
certified nutritionist. Yes.
What's your name? Can I search it up? I'm gonna do it myself.
I don't want to put my name right now while
Bro,
I'm
it's your
live on the
channel.
channel.
Bro.
Yeah, but my name is not my full name. It's
So
not
what's
on
your
my
channel name
channel.
then?
So
Prove
not
you're a
your
nutritionist.
channel
I will
name.
believe you. Hunt.
it's my phone is over there. I don't care if you, okay, I'm
Also,
not a
Bali
certified
Queen.
nutritionist.
Ah,
Listen,
now
listen.
we missed
Okay,
it,
I don't
okay.
care. I don't care if you believe me if I'm a certified
Okay,
nutritionist
so
or
you're
not.
not
That's
a
not the point.
nutritionist. So you're not
I
a
am,
nutritionist.
but I don't care if you believe it or not.
Dude,
Okay, can you
can you
please
just
stop
go
it with
away,
this
huh?
nonsense?
I'm-
If you don't
Stop
wanna
with the
even believe
gaslighting.
it,
Stop with it. Okay,
like, I
stop
like
with the
talking with you,
nonsense.
but-
Stop with the fucking nonsense. What I'm saying is none of
He
us
is
are
a
scientists.
certified nutritionist.
And all of us, none of us are scientists. All of us have the pyramid of evidence and how to deal with
meta-analysis.
science and how to look at it. The pyramid of evidence, the top of the pyramid of evidence is meta-analysis. All we have to do is read the fucking meta-analysis, including what your ChatGPT said. You can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We don't
With
need to
careful
debate
planning.
anything
But
else.
wouldn't there be
I
an
was just
overpopulation?
saying-
We don't need to
I was
debate
saying
anything
both-
else.
I was just saying
Nothing
both
is
is okay.
okay.
I was
Why
just
not?
saying both is okay.
Otherwise,
I'm saying
us
oh,
debating
vegan
is just like
only
stupid
only
people
only
debating about
I'll explain
nothing.
later.
We
So you
need
call us
nothing.
stupid?
Both are stupid if we're debating something that scientists who have actual knowledge behind it, who have done
Let's debate on what's
studies.
in our control.
Both would be stupid to debate this kind of topic. You understand? We have evidence. Me trying to debate this evidence means nothing. We have evidence on top of it.
Omnivores scored higher on mood and cognitive function markers than vegan populations in love supplements.
I'm
You only believe
I'm
their study.
tired
What I'm
of
trying to
this.
say,
I'm
look,
tired of
don't
this.
you-
only thing
Can I-
I'm saying is
don't
this.
you agree
Please
there are
listen.
benefits
My
to
boundary
omnivore
has stopped over here. I appreciate you guys stopping. Please leave us alone, okay?
we didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
That's okay. That's enough. That's enough. That's
You
it.
didn't do anything. Bro,
We'll
you
finish
brought
the
up- you
conversation.
brought up one study.
Thank you for
We're
stopping.
bringing you
I'm
studies
done
and
with
you
this
keep on,
conversation.
you're being
No.
super stubborn.
No, no,
It's
no.
crazy.
I'm just like, I don't want to have a conversation with you anymore because you don't understand proper science.
You're not
and you
showing
don't
me-
understand
you're not
simple.
showing-
You know,
Brother,
you
I
didn't
showed
even,
you,
you
brother.
didn't even know what an
Pull up the phone.
Why,
meta-analysis
why
is.
would I
Come on,
believe
guys.
you?
Pull up the
You're not
phone.
even a
Give me
nutritionist.
the
You're
phone.
not a nutritionist. Why would I
Dude.
believe you?
You don't have to believe me because even if I were a
Why'd you lie
nutritionist,
about it?
first of all, you don't have to
Why'd you
believe
lie
me.
about it?
Dude, stop gaslighting. First of all, I am a nutritionist.
You just said
Second,
you're a nutritionist. Now you say no, you're not.
second of all, let me show you the
I'm- you know I'm right,
meta-analysis.
bro. I'm right.
Let me show you the
Okay, so I'm a-
He
meta-analysis.
is a nutritionist.
I'm a UN certified nutritionist as well. Then, but I can't prove it. Too bad.
Listen, I don't know. I don't
Dude,
have to
just-
prove
just go
anything to
away.
you.
We're
I
not
just go
lying.
away.
Bye-bye.
Like, leave
Bye-bye.
me alone,
I'm
okay?
not
That's
saying
all.
you're
No,
lying.
no.
Look at
You
this.
are saying we're lying. because
Yeah,
you're
you
not
are
trusting-
saying.
Saying studies
Okay,
show
a,
both
systematic
not one
review.
is
There
true.
you go. A systematic review with meta-analysis of observational studies. Okay. Aim of the study was to clarify association between vegetarian and vegan diets, risk factors of chronic disease, risk all-cause mortality, incidence and mortality from cardiovascular cerebral disease, total cancer or specific type
that's-
cancer.
that's
one-
Results.
That's a
Results.
meta-analysis. So
Results.
that's an analysis
86.
of-
one study.
86.
No, it's not
It's
one
an-
study. That's what the
That's what. Let me
meta-analysis
read the
is,
results.
you know?
Let me read the
Yeah,
results.
read them.
And meta-analysis-
86 cross-sectional and 10 cohorts professed studies. That means 96 studies in total.
Yeah.
The overall analysis reported significant reduced level of body mass index, total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and glucose level in vegetarians and vegans versus omnivorous. With regards to prospective cohort studies, the analysis showed a significant reduced risk of incidence and or mortality from ischemic
we are
heart
listening,
disease.
we are
Not even
listening.
your viewers.
I don't get it.
understand.
Conclusions. The comprehensive meta-analysis reports a significant protective effect of a vegetarian diet versus
no one is
incident
listening.
or
No one is
mortality
listening.
or
Nobody
mortality from ischemic
they
heart
don't care.
disease
Why are you
and
keeping
incidence from
reading? We
total
understand your
cancer,
point. We
vegan
understand
diet
your point. Vegan
conferred
is
a
better.
significant
We understand
reduced
your
risk of
You
incident
can
total
read
cancer.
English.
Okay.
Okay,
So there
I
you go.
actually would like to say goodbye
I also
to you
want to
guys.
say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Please leave us
Oh,
alone.
I just found other
you-
meta-analysis
can you
that
give
says
us your
omnivorous
channel,
diets are
please?
better.
Yeah, just
Like
give
sure.
him your card and
Okay,
let's
let's read them then. Okay, let's read them.
make
Let's
them
read
move
them. Let's
on.
read them.
Live is on Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is a
Show
meta-analysis
me
for
the
omnivorous diets,
meta-analysis.
by
I
the
can
way.
read
name?
also.
Please.
That
Okay,
chip guy,
Mediterranean
it's called
diet.
that
And wait,
chip
wait, wait,
guy.
wait,
How do you
wait.
spell
In
it?
older adults, cardiovascular
That-
outcomes and mortality from
Chip?
observational and
Chip.
interventional
Yeah.
studies, a systemic
Meta-
review and meta-analysis. Okay.
Chip.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, exactly.
Okay, wait. Well, what are you doing? Where are you skipping to the
Introduction.
abstract?
Doesn't start here.
The abstract is the short of the
Four
study,
man
man.
against one.
You don't- like, I understand you probably haven't
So
read
what?
before, but that's how it. Our results show
You
that
said
high
you
adherence
probably-
of. Okay, our results show the high results of the MD reduces all-cause mortality risk while it decreases the risk of cardiovascular. This doesn't compare it to a plant-based diet. What are you talking about? This
doesn't-
just compares a diet to other diets. So you found
Compared to other diets, including vegan diets.
No, it's not
Yes.
including vegan. This
So what is it
just,
comparing it to?
This is just comparing to the standard American diet. Jesus fucking Christ, why are we debating?
Stop
Leave
this
us alone.
conversation,
Yeah.
man.
Stop us.
You
stop
didn't-
it.
Comparing it to all
What-
other ones.
Yeah,
Comparing it to
chat,
all
get
other
your
ones.
chat.
You
Yeah.
didn't even know what a
I don't care what the
meta-analysis
chat
is.
care about
says.
you.
Bro, you didn't even
No.
know when the agricultural revolution started. It's much
I knew
rudimentary.
that,
You
dude.
didn't knew that. You didn't know that. You
I-
didn't know
but
that.
you-
I asked 4 times. You didn't know.
Can I-
For your
didn't
argument, it's
answer-
very important. For your argument, it's very
Go away.
important.
Yes,
Ah,
thank
yeah,
you.
go away. So now we have to go away because because we put them wrong.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you believe so, yeah.
Yeah, well, nice
The crazy
to meet you.
thing is that
Can
you
I shake
can't
your
see
hand
that
at
really
least?
good.
What's your name, sorry?
Lobo,
Lobo
Yeah.
Ralph.
Ralph. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Guys,
Don't eat the animals that you care about, yeah?
sorry?
Here in,
With,
here in
I would
Amsterdam.
work towards that. I'm okay with that. By the way, so we do agree.
Wait,
So
towards-
what,
on
why,
that,
why
on
wouldn't
that.
you shake his hand?
Why would you
I
shake
don't
my
know.
hand?
Wait,
He's
so
been
who would
been
you shake your
attacking
hand
us
with?
since the
Oh,
beginning,
yeah.
bro. Look,
Who would you shake
he's
your hand
being
with?
personal. Bro. He's
I'm being
personal.
respectful. We had a conversation.
You're not respectful towards animals.
And you're not respectful.
We're animals as well, you know?
Yeah,
You're
but-
We're all
exploiting
all
them.
animals,
You're
man.
paying for
Just
violence
go
towards
away
animals.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
interested.
got my hand, you know. Be happy with
That's it.
What do you mean be happy? Be happy we came up to you.
Why
yeah,
are
you
you
were standing up like
so
that.
hurt that you need my handshake
For,
anyway?
God knows how
You
much-
can
I
live
just
without it.
propose
So
you
then,
to shake your
there
hand.
you go.
Don't want to.
So you can live
How
without
many
it.
people have come up to you today?
You're the first.
How long have you been here for?
10 minutes.
Good. Then, I wish you the best.
Okay, yeah.
And I hope you have many more interviews.
Yeah.
I hope you guys stop oppressing animals.
I hope so too.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'll go and
Please don't
kill
touch
one
the phone.
right in front of you.
That's what it came to, huh? Okay, bye-bye. Final words.
Some guys really are obsessed with what the chat is saying because they really like to get approval from the chat. I don't really
Whose
care
chat?
to get approval from the
Whose
chat.
chat?
My chat. I don't care to get approval even from my chat.
I
You
have it.
understand
Who's
that, right?
Chip? That guy, that Chip guy.
Chat.
Oh, chat.
Yeah.
I don't care about the approval. I just want to see what people think.
Why would you care? It doesn't
People,
matter.
because some people are going to agree with me, some people are going to agree with me.
Why would that matter? That doesn't make the point, my point valid or your point valid.
Did it
Even
say
if-
it did? Did it say it did?
No.
Ah,
So,
so what are you
why would
saying?
it matter then?
So why? So did it say it did? So why are you saying if I did or not?
But why would you care if people agree with your point or not?
Then why do you care?
I don't.
Then why do you look at it?
Why do I look at it? To interact with the chat because
Well, I want to see what people think.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because I want to see what people think.
Why?
Are you
So
going
you
to,
don't care? Okay, so
Are you going to
why?
go
For the
away
same
or
reason
not?
that you interview us. For the same reason that you
Because
interview
you
us,
want
because
to
you want to know
stop.
what I think.
You want to stop animals. You want to stop individuals from oppressing.
Well, I want to see if
animals.
other people agree with us or not.
Yes, I
You
don't
can look
care
at the
about
chat
that.
later
Yeah,
on. You can
look at
the whole chat
later.
as a replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Thank you. Bye.
Here. Can I give my Instagram at least?
No thanks.
No, come on, just leave us alone, guys.
You
Come
asked-
on.
you asked a
at
question.
What the hell?
Ralph Shidiak on Instagram.
Well, at this point
I'll
in
put it
time,
the chat.
at this point in time, we're already asking you to
Shediak.
leave us.
Can you please
What
go
exactly
away?
What would
are
have,
you
just
winning
one
from
last
this?
question. What would have happened if you agreed?
HIDIAC, let's go
Can
out in Amsterdam.
Can you go away?
Yeah.
Yes,
What would have
thank
happened?
you.
No,
Bye-bye.
if we
I'm not
agreed with you
interested.
on
I'm
No,
not
we're just
interested.
the conversation is
I'm not
ended now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well,
Bye-bye.
I hope you guys reach your goal then. I would be happy
Thank
to.
you very
if
much.
it's better, really, I would be happy to do vegan. But I
We'll
know
leave you
that-
alone.
But
Take
I
care.
know
Don't look it
Stop
up.
oppressing
care.
animals.
Bye bye.
I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Stop
thanks.
oppressing animals.
Stop oppressing humans.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You've been
doing.
saying that the whole time,
Stop
man. You
yeah,
don't have
because
a
that's what
single
I'm here
argument.
for. I'm here to speak on the behalf of animals. Stop oppressing
Then
animals.
take him back and scream it. Stop oppressing animals.
Sure. You know how to do activism better, of course.
Oh my fucking lord.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But at least, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that took so much energy.
Even
Man.
admitted that they're animals too. That means they know that they're doing something that is no better than violating human beings. Renee, thank you so much for the conversation, for the donation. You didn't know when the Industrial Revolution was. Matters for morals? How? Exactly. Thank you, Renee. Let me see, because a lot of people
I knew that. I
donate.
just didn't answer his question because he was just shouting at it.
I don't know the exact date, and I don't think that matters in this.
It didn't matter
conversation.
at all. That's
Yeah.
also why. I
Please,
didn't
Chip,
know,
never
like,
stop. Thank
why
you so
would
much. Thank you for speaking out. Thank you so much, everybody. Stop stupid excuses. Go vegan. Yeah, everybody. I'm sorry. This is the type of conversation sometimes we will have. I
Holy
just
shit.
find it insane that people like this don't want to live once you tell them to leave. That's the only problem, you know. Like,
Yeah, he seemed very aggressive in the end.
He
Like,
was,
he was
like-
standing there like, "Eh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
I'm very calm. I've been calm throughout the whole thing. I don't know why he's been like. I've been so calm throughout all of it.
Oh man.
Did you get pissed off or something?
I didn't get pissed off, but I got very frustrated. At this
I did not at all.
conversation.
I felt like all they were committing so many logical
God.
fallacies and so many stuff like show me your degree. I guess I have to print out my degree also to show people that I'm a certified nutritionist.
I mean, I couldn't help slap my face a couple of times, like, oh no, Lord, here we go. But plants have nerves, you know. Look it up, look it up, look it up. Oh God! Like, I made a website specifically about plants feeling pain. Like, oh, I know a lot about that. For sure, plants don't have nerves. And then he's like, yeah, look it up, look it up. And then we looked it up, and then of course plants don't. And then he was like, no, but that's not what I meant. He meant
you
like,
wanna have a conversation with us?
oh God.
Are you okay being live on
Am I
YouTube?
totally not in your demographics?
That's okay. Are you okay being
we
live
just
on
had a
YouTube?
very intense conversation. So I said, oh God.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to.
Are you okay being on YouTube live?
Well, tell me what this is about first.
We will ask you questions about animals.
About animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
you're
tell-
okay being live on YouTube?
I guess.
I need some form
My
of
kids
consent. I
will
cannot
die.
otherwise.
My kids will have a fit, but
What's your name, by the way?
I'm Carol
Carol. Nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Where are you
Hi,
from,
Carol.
Carol?
from America,
From America.
from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
My sister lives in North Carolina. I love America. I always have. It's such a beautiful country.
That's what you're supposed to say.
That's what we were supposed to say. Can you come a little bit closer, Carol?
Tell me,
Yeah, a
now,
little
is
bit.
this associated with some research program that you're doing
No,
or university?
we're just asking people on the street. So we are animal rights activists, and we're trying to
okay.
speak up on the behalf of animals, right?
Okay.
And
And
we
I
have
talked
the.
to the Worldwide Federation people when we were in Berlin,
Oh,
right? Isn't that the big thing to save the panda bears and the polar bears? And,
I don't know about that, to be
know?
honest. No, but let me
If you're
explain.
an animal rights activist, you should know about that one.
Maybe
Well,
there's
I
so
don't
much
know.
I don't know. To be honest, like I constantly have this imposter syndrome of enough that I don't know. But let me let me.
quiet.
No. This is what we're here. We're here to have conversations. So we're going to draw this hypothetical where there's a dog being hit on the street, and by this person just keeps pounding at the dog. They're just keeping yeah. A person is kicking a dog. It's like punching a dog, and you walk and see them, and you could choose to go and join them, like to kick them, or you can choose to walk on by, say nothing, or you can choose to call the police or intervene. Granted that there would be no actual danger to you posed. Which one would you choose?
I would choose to call the authorities.
You would choose to call the
Yes.
authorities, of course.
Yes.
Of course, because it's wrong what this person is
Yes,
doing, right?
totally.
But if this person is telling you that, hey, but this is how I get my workout, he just goes around punching dogs.
Absolutely not.
That would still be wrong.
That is wrong.
Why would that be wrong though?
Because there's other healthier ways to get rid of your aggression.
I appreciate that. Okay, because we have alternatives essentially, because it's not needed to do it this way. Okay,
And
what
that's
if we
just cruel to do it to an animal.
completely appreciate what you're saying? What if instead of the dog we replace it with a pig? Would you have the same attitude?
Yes.
Of course, because they all feel the same way at the end of the day, right?
I mean, that's debatable in terms of how much they feel and can process.
I
but
mean, dogs
no,
and
they are
pigs are
still
very
a
similar.
creature that needs to be respected. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that then when we choose to pay for animals to go into slaughterhouses for us, for food, for
I knew that
clothing,
was coming, and that's
yeah,
fine.
that's okay. Like when we choose to pay for these animals to go into slaughterhouses, do you think that we need to do that?
I think it's probably debatable.
It's debatable. Well, we have evidence that it's not. We have empirical evidence showing that it's not. I'm a certified nutritionist, but you don't have to trust any of this. You can look it up afterwards. The largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet, which is the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is a United States actual organization. It's got over 1,000 members. It's in no way a vegan or plant-based organization, in no way. But they also have, based on several studies, made a statement that you can be healthy and thriving on a plant-based diet at all ages and
I'm
stages
aware
of
of
life,
that.
as
Yes.
long as you plan it accordingly, right? So knowing this and knowing that these animals, well, they're not getting punched, but they're getting stabbed in the throat, right, for our products. Don't you think that there's a correlation between this idea between this hypothetical that we drew out there and what we do when we buy animal products?
I think you can make some argument to that effect.
Yeah, and what do you think you should do in this situation? Like
Yeah.
you as an individual, what do you think you can do?
Should you, like, again, choose, like, A, go and help the people that actually are doing this to these animals, or
Like
B,
support them.
Yeah, like support them, or B, do nothing, or C, try and help the animals. What would you do in this situation?
Probably modify my own behavior to consume less animal products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would-
you want again go with option C, right?
And option C again was
Yeah. So
To call the
do
authorities
nothing.
to try and stop it.
to do something about it
possibly.
for the animals. Yeah.
possibly.
Possibly.
Well,
but not
I'm saying
entirely.
I would take personal responsibility to
Yeah.
modify my own thing, that I'm not going to be out there like you guys are.
Yeah,
trying
oh, I
to
see what you mean.
convince everybody around me
Fine,
to
yeah.
follow that path, because
Yeah.
everybody's going to find their own path.
Appreciate that.
And there are some people who do need protein products from animals. There's some
There's nobody
research
who
out
needs
there
that,
about inflammatory
No,
conditions. that
this is not true.
No.
I've
So,
heard
so
it
you
from
can get
multiple
protein.
sources.
You can get protein from plant-based
No,
products.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I know about
Yeah.
tofu. I know about
Yeah. So there is no actual nutrient that you can't get on a plant-based product. The only thing is B12, but B12 essentially is not something that animals produce anyway.
Right.
So B12 is something that animals get a vitamin or an injection of B12 before they're slaughtered, so that you can get the B12. So essentially, when you're eating animal products, you're already getting a supplement secondhand through an animal, and we can already get the supplement ourselves. And it's so easy for us to just get a supplement, and we make sure that we have our B12. And the reason why I think even if you do consume animal products, it's important to take B12, because I was consuming animal products before being vegan, and I had the B12 deficiency, and I had it so low that I had to take shots, which is very rare for humans. So you don't get guaranteed B12 anyway if you consume animal products, was my point,
And
right?
if you use a microwave, you destroy your B vitamins anyway, from what I've read.
No, it doesn't. No, microwave doesn't. Microwave just heats up the water molecules.
It does degrade some of the B.
It doesn't, but we can disagree on that one. We can agree
Okay.
to disagree
Well, anyway,
on that one.
let's proceed. My
Yeah.
husband's going to get impatient. So
About the animals,
Yes.
what do you think you as an individual can do for them right now?
for the slaughterhouse
For the
animals,
slaughterhouse animals, yes.
I told you I would take some personal responsibility and modify my own behavior.
Yeah.
What would that imply? Do you think how many? Let me ask you this: how many more animals should go into a slaughterhouse for you from now on?
I don't know. I'm getting close to the end of my life, and so I don't
Yeah.
know.
But is it like 1 or 2 or 3?
Or zero?
I don't know.
How many would you
That's a
like
hard
to
one.
go into a slaughterhouse?
I guess if you put it that way, I don't know. It's hard to say.
You
Yeah.
don't know how many animals you would like to like. Let's
But it's
imagine that you.
non-zero then?
Yeah.
Is it 0 or is it non-zero?
No, it's not zero, but
Okay.
you know, maybe 10 or less. I don't know.
10. Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
So would you say, like, when you were in the situation with the dog, right? And you said, like, okay, I would help the dog, I would try
You're
and
saying
pull it.
10 times I'd walk by and do nothing or help hit
No,
the
you would
dog.
join them.
You would
them.
join 10
Yeah,
times.
I know. I hear what
You
you're
would be
saying.
the person who's killing
and
the
that, and
animal 10
I
times.
respect your viewpoints. I respect what you're
How
trying
about we
to
do this? Because I want to respect your time, and you said that your husband is waiting. There's a documentary here called Dominion. They literally show what animals
I'll
go
be
through.
totally
Do you think you
interested
can
in
watch that?
watching this. Yes, I try to be educated. I try and
I appreciate you saying
inform
that.
myself.
And until you
And
watch it,
I asked him. I said, "Are you okay if I take part in this?" Because I didn't. I thought maybe
Yeah.
you guys were going to ask questions about why are you visiting.
we
the
used to
Anne
do an
Frank
experiment that is related to Anne Frank.
Museum, yeah.
Because the discrimination towards Anne Frank was the discrimination done based on her ethnicity, which she didn't choose.
No, I
And a
know.
lot of the times when we do this to animals, it's still a form of discrimination
I know.
based
I
on
hear what you're
species,
saying.
which they didn't choose. So
I appreciate what y'all are doing. I really do.
until you watch that documentary, do you think you can adopt a plant-based diet? Until you watch it, maybe you watch it tonight so you have 1 or 2 meals
I
plant-based.
generally eat salads and vegetables. I don't eat a lot of protein.
So it should be easy for you.
Well,
Fish.
like there's protein in all kinds
Yeah,
of
yeah.
forms. It's not only vegetables and salad.
No, I know.
No, she said she knows
Grains and
tofu and
Tempeh,
yeah.
seitan, tofu. There's all these kinds of mock meats based on soy and so on. I mean,
And now there's so many options to
yeah,
get.
there's
There's so
options
many
everywhere.
options.
I mean, you can have burritos, you can have burgers, you can
Oh, I
have,
know.
whatever you were eating before, but in a vegan way.
Yeah.
And that would mean that no animals get hurt in the
And I
process.
think that's a good argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Let's be
Appreciate
fair
what
and
you're
compassionate
doing.
for
Thank
the
you.
animals, okay?
All right, take care.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
Oh man,
A little bit more calmer conversation.
I wasn't ready to
I
go
saw
to
you
the
weren't
next
ready.
one.
I
was
saw
like,
you. I saw
had
you.
to
That's why.
switch
That's why
gears.
I took
You
the
took it, yeah?
initiative. Yeah, that's why I started speaking, as I realized you weren't ready. It was very intense. with
I
the
needed a
other-
breather
Yeah.
after that one.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem. No, as I said, I didn't. For me, the 3 guys didn't really affect me that much.
Oh wow, you're so immune to this stuff.
I'm learning these days to become a bit more immune to them because
you seem
it's
like-
it's just I mean they don't make our arguments any less. Like we know for a fact that you can be healthy in a plant-based diet. We know that what we do to animals is wrong. My arguments are solid proof. Whether they want to be jackasses or something, maybe I cannot defend the argument sometimes well enough. That's fine. I'm not a perfect person, but I know that the argument works on its own. So that's why I'm pretty confident and I no longer get.
It's so
About
funny
that,
also that they didn't know what the hierarchy of evidence is.
Yeah.
They didn't know even what a meta-analysis is. And then they still wanted to use science as some kind of method to disprove our point, They said like, well, you're cherry picking, and then they started cherry picking their own stuff, And they gave
They
no
started begging the question even because they started going with the conclusion. I want to reach this conclusion.
Yeah,
They didn't
I wanna
ask
reach-
whether it's healthy to be that you can be healthy
Yeah.
on a plant-based diet. They
They were
asked,
cherry-picking.
yeah, show me evidence that an omnivorous diet is better or something, right?
But
And
they-
ChatGPT showed evidence that you
Yeah.
can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
on a plant-based
Yeah.
diet, yeah. But anyway, they were cherry picking, and then they accused us of cherry picking. And then what's the way out of that? They didn't see any way out of that because they never heard of the hierarchy of evidence. They didn't even know what a meta-analysis was. So for them, it was just like science is this cherry pick way of debating. It's like I have my opinion, so I'm going to find a paper that proves my point. And then they accuse us of cherry picking, and it's like what's the way out here, guys?
But we explained it to them. Like I explained what the pyramid of evidence is. I don't know it by heart exactly what all of them are. I think the top is meta-analysis. I don't know if the second is.
Cohort studies, I think.
No, I think the third is cohort studies. I think on top of the cohort studies, then there's observational studies, then there's case studies, and
Randomized
then
controlled trials.
randomized control trials. I think is the second. Yeah.
Those are gold standard, but then when you do meta-analysis on that, then yeah, you get even better. And systemic studies. Anyway, we have good ways of coming to knowledge. You know, we have. It's not like there is no philosophy of science, and you know, people have never thought about like, you know, how are we going to get rid of this cherry picking game?
But this whole thing, anyway. By the way, everyone, remember to hit that like if you're enjoying the conversations, even if they're a bit spicy today, a bit spicy,
Very spicy.
spicing it up.
Hey man, do you have some water? I'm dying.
Yeah, I do
Thirst.
have some water. Yeah, give me a second.
Especially after that shouting match with the guys. How do you feel? I'm kind of curious. Like, how do you feel we should have had that debate in a more respectful way? Because like, it is true that nobody let each other finish.
Yeah, that's one thing we should have let them finish.
Yeah, but even when you did let them finish,
They still
they
interrupted
didn't let us
afterwards,
finish
yeah.
as well. So it seemed like it was almost impossible to have like a respectful conversation.
I think that the people who get upset about being interrupted, you need to not interrupt them. I don't get upset about being interrupted because I get upset when I'm not listened to, but there's a difference, you know. You can still listen to somebody, interrupt them the minute you know that what they're saying, like the minute you kind of catch on to what it is that they're saying, right? So interruption doesn't mean not listening. For me, my problem is not listening, and I think you can still show that. Okay, this bottle is fucking expensive bottle and it was broken already.
I think that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
At my job, we have a bunch of very smart people working there, and they're all very fast. So when you're sitting at the lunch table with these people, it seems like nobody's letting each other finish. But in fact, it's true that people catch on very early
Yeah.
to what you're trying to say.
You still listen to them, but you interrupt them.
Yeah, exactly. So and then you can still have good conversations that way.
Yeah, the problem is when you interrupt without listening. So the problem isn't the interruption per se; it's the listening part. You guys want to try it?
No, thank you.
That's true, yeah, and was a bit frustrating about the guy, or actually these three guys, because they were making points that we've heard it 50,000 times before. Right?
I just come on, Lodewijk. Like,
Oh,
how did you get frustrated? Because you were so funny. Like you were saying stuff like, "Oh, you are." Like he was responding to a question, like we're saying, "Your ego is hurt." Your ego is.
certification that you're really a certified nutritionist. Or like, come on, guys.
I said, your ego is hurt, and he's like, "No, your ego is hurt." What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I know you are, but what am I?
I mean, it really
So
went all the way
childish.
back to kindergarten.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, you know. I think they were also like the guy who was. He was very frustrated.
Hey,
Big part
hello.
of the experiment. It's my first time in Amsterdam and just had an emotional experience.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Where did you go to Anne Frank?
Yes, and reliving it now in the States.
Oh, yeah, I get you, man. I get you. It's insane, huh? Yeah. Well, resist. Hashtag resist, man.
Wow.
It's nice to see that. It's funny how many Americans come to Anne Frank and they're like, holy shit, this is what we're going through in US. And then if you look in the chat, there probably will be people who will be like Trump 2028 or some bullshit defending the oppression that they're doing, you know.
Yeah, it's very quickly devolving into authoritarian state. You know,
I mean, it's almost already fascist, so.
yeah. It's just one guy who's calling the shots. I mean, did you hear of what Trump? He raised the tariffs of Canada because in Canada they had an ad that basically
I saw that, yeah.
beefed the guy, you know. So it's like,
funny.
how dare they put that ad? You know, I'm gonna raise the tariffs. And I'm like, how? Like, it's just one guy who's like, you know,
Yeah, this
his
isn't
ego
his
gets
country.
hurt,
This
and-
isn't his country. Like, if your
Yeah.
ego gets hurt, you shouldn't just be allowed to do whatever you want.
Right. You should be. You
Yeah.
should be like when you're the president of a country, you represent the whole people.
You look
know?
after their interests, not your own, you douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, if your ego gets hurt hurt and it's good for the country, then you should do that. But that's the funny thing about him, because he does the opposite.
Yeah.
He literally he puts his own ego above the benefit of other people. Like the tariffs helped nobody. They have helped and will help nobody. Everything that they're doing that he's doing is just terrible.
Yeah, and the bad thing with the tariffs is also that, it might help in the short run,
Yeah.
So like, in the short run, it might help a little bit. But then, of course, we know with tariffs, it's not like tariffs have never been done before, It's like, God, look at history of tariffs, So we know that in the long run, it's very shitty, But then maybe in the long run, when the shitty part actually starts, then he's no longer around to take responsibility for it, Then you maybe have some Democrat in office
Yeah.
that then gets to deal with this shit,
Yeah, that's the problem, huh? Because so what he's doing now is he's demolishing systems that took years to build, because when you build them legally the right way, you have to get approval from other people, you look after their interests, you go to the whole formal procedure, and he's just demolishing them by him signing executive orders and bullshit. And that's a big problem. He's demolishing systems that took years to build. And even if he leaves after 4 years, it's not like America's going to come back to what it used to be. It's going to be fucking damaged. It's going to take 4 presidents until it comes back to normal. And by that time, they're already going to be behind the whole of the world, because they're already losing credibility and shit, like in a time when competition is so high, when China's getting so good, when there's just so much shit happening in the world, I feel like to behave this way is just so detrimental to your country, especially a country that depends so much on trade, because US is a country that depends on trade always. Like this idea of them closing themselves off, it's not going to help anyone. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
This is just opinion
It's
based,
a race
right?
to the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, it's a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
I think Renee made a really good point, because this guy was asking for my credentials. Oh, show me your nutritionist. And he's right. Like, that would still be an appeal to authority. If I show you my credentials that I'm a nutritionist,
Yeah.
does that mean that what I'm saying is right? No, it doesn't. It's still the empirical evidence that matters. You want to try it? Just animals. Animals.
If it would have been a respectful conversation, you could have said like, "Hey, I'm a nutritionist, so I kind of know what I'm talking about." It's not like it's not an appeal to authority, but it's just saying like maybe you could spend a little bit more time listening than sending. Like when you talk to somebody who doesn't even know what a meta-analysis is, and they're just grabbing their phone and just finding the first study that kind of confirms what they're trying to say, which then doesn't even confirm it properly.
But that was my whole point at the end. Like, what the fuck are we doing? We're all stupid people arguing about something none of us have enough knowledge about.
Yeah.
Why don't we just read the studies? Why would we debate? Oh, we've been doing it for a long time, that must mean it's good. No, it doesn't. I'm not sure if that's the genetic fallacy. I think the genetic fallacy is about based on how it's born. I'm not sure. I'm going to check out which fallacy that is. But it's obviously a fallacy because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow. It's non sequitur for sure.
I never heard that genetic fallacy.
Yeah, genetic fallacy was saying that something is wrong because of how it was made, right? How it was like how people,
Because it evolved that way.
yeah,
That's
like
what you're saying.
no, like how people who say, I don't know if you've heard that there's vegans nowadays who say you don't need B12, and their claim is you don't need B12 because B12 was discovered in a lab, and the discovery was paid for or funded by big pharma or some shit, and that's why they claim there's no need for B12. That's a genetic fallacy, because what do you mean? Why would how B12 was discovered imply that we need or not need B12? You can still, B12 could have been discovered by assholes, by Nazis, and B12 could still be necessary, and B12 could have been discovered by extremely nice people who had good intents, and B12 could be not necessary, right? So it's not, they don't relate to each other. A lot of the times that's what it is. That's what logical fallacies are, just non sequiturs. One doesn't follow the other.
No, I totally get that, yeah.
Wait.
It's like also this argument of like the agricultural revolution and so on. Like, who cares, Like, if we do the science and we find out that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, given that you make sure that you have the right nutrients, which is actually not that hard, then that's all there is to it. Then it's unnecessary. and then we can have a moral debate, you know. But
Yeah.
they didn't want to participate in the moral debate because they wanted to somehow prove that they need animals, which is actually kind of against what the guy said also, because he was saying like, yeah, I would, I'm on my way to stopping eating animals because I feel like I must hunt them, you know. It's really weird.
Oh wait, but
Yeah.
the funny thing about it is it's more fair
Yeah.
if we hunt them not using a rifle but using a knife. How is that
Or
fair?
bow and
Wait,
arrow, yeah.
Oh, bow and arrow. Wait a minute. Are you saying that if I'm fighting fist to fist with a person, I can say at least that's unfairness? But if you're using a weapon, it's not like if the weapon is less powerful, all of a sudden it's more fair. Yeah, sure, we have more powerful weapons like a rifle or something that you could kill an animal with, but it's still unfair to kill them with a fucking knife.
No, I also had this funny image of this guy walking into the forest with his bow and arrow while we're sitting at the edge of the forest just having our vegan meal, you know, and we're shouting at him like, hey, are you coming to the table? And he's like, no, I'm hunting, you know. And we're like, yeah, there's vegan food right here. You can just have it. And he's like, no, I'm trying to catch an animal, you know. It's like, dude, can you come to the table and just have some vegan food and leave the animals alone? No, it's really fair to hunt the animal with the bow and arrow. And it's like, what, dude? You
And
know?
he comes all bruised and
Yeah.
shit with broken
Come
arrows,
on,
and
you
we're just bringing like a bug or something. Like, I'm a man. I hunted for my food. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Ooga booga man. Ooga booga.
This poor animal,
Yeah.
you know, while we're having a nice vegan
That's so
meal.
funny. That's such a funny image to feel like. Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
dude. You know, like, I mean, I do get like that. If you're in a survival situation, you got to do what you got to do. You know, like, I'm not gonna judge you for, you know, whatever you need to do to survive.
Yeah.
That's a totally different situation. But we're sitting here and having a vegan meal, and this asshole is going out in the forest to hunt down some poor animal, you know, for no fucking reason whatsoever, you know.
But the whole
Just leave the animals alone. Like, how
So-
hard is that?
So his whole point, that was the reason why he wanted to prove that that's okay, was because then he could say that the problem is not that it's happening, but how it's happening. Because that was his whole point from the beginning. It's how animals are killed. And that's why people like this say that, well, if you're going to hunt them this way, then it's okay. Because if they say that the problem is how it's being done and not that it's being done, then the responsibility no longer bears on them, but rather on the system. The fact that the system is fucked up. Hey, there's no other system for me to choose, you know? That's kind of how they're going at it, right? Which is, it's kind of fucked up way to think, but you know, it's still another form of, I don't know, I don't say motivated reasoning, but no, it's not motivated reasoning. I don't know.
Here's another guy with a black body warmer, by the way.
What is that?
Yeah, you didn't notice, but the guy that we were just debate between parentheses or like
Yeah.
quotes, you know. He was wearing a black body warmer, and we had do you remember that we had a little discussion about like how would a typical meat eater look like with the vegan future aliens?
Oh yeah, with the body
And we
warmer.
said like you should wear a black body warmer.
Yeah.
So actually we're going to do this little street performance, and actually Michiel, he bought 2 black body
Oh, he
warmers. And the guy had a black body warmer. So when he was walking over, I was like, here we go. He's
Yeah.
wearing a black body warmer.
But the minute
You know?
that the minute that the guy said plants have pain, I already saw you. Oh my god.
I made a whole website specifically to debunk that, you know, like, and I went way too deep into this topic, you know. I looked at way too many papers on something which is so obviously not true, you know.
Yeah.
But like, even though I've done that, then there's still some, you know, dipshit who actually then goes like, oh, but plants have nerves, you know. Oh my lord.
You know, Lodewijk,
Please.
I'm happy that we went through this together, because a lot of the times I get these people alone, and I'm happy that we went through this nonsense honestly together. I guess
But you're so stoic, you know.
I'm
like,
trying.
man.
I'm learning to be more stoic. I'm learning in this position because, as I said, it's, you know, apparently it doesn't matter what you say. It just matters if you're stoic. If you're stoic, whatever it is that you say is right. Apparently, that's the world we live in. So, you know, then you got to learn to be stoic, because that's how you defend arguments. You just have to be stoic. And
I'm
then
gonna try and be more stoic, yeah.
apparently that's the only thing. The thing about it is, whatever they say, they're not going to be right about it. And I didn't like this whole, I'm going to hold a speech to tell everybody else. Dude, who cares? Why would you hold a speech to tell to everybody else? Like he was desperately trying to justify his position for some reason. Dude, your position is pretty clear. You exploit and slaughter animals even though you find it wrong. Though you find the procedure wrong. You know you have alternatives. Like I don't get it. What is this? It's just, I think he was just belligerent.
Hello. Want to have a conversation? Black body one.
Are you guys okay
Yeah.
being live on YouTube? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Ok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're having a conversation with us, not the chat, by the way.
Ma speak Italian, vero, no?
What's your name?
Armando. Armando.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Armando.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Italy, Naples.
Italy, Naples. Okay.
Nice.
Armando, we're animal rights activists. We fight for animals. Do you think animals should have rights?
I have one dog,
You have a dog?
Ah.
What's their name?
Dolly,
Dolly. Girl or a boy?
boy.
Boy. Do you think that Dolly should have the right to not be treated like an object?
No,
Yeah, they shouldn't be treated like an object, right?
no, not such a. It's human.
Yeah. Dolly, you said they're a dog, right?
You want to see my dog?
Sure.
E chi sta parlando questa planissima animale sta parlando? No, lo
YouTube.
so. One moment, no, lo faccio vedere a Dolly. Vai.
Oh, cute.
What a cutie.
Cutie. Yeah.
It's nice.
Love it.
Is that a,
Is that a-
Chihuahua?
No, it's a
No.
Pomeranian.
Bravo.
He's a
Right,
big
yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
big dog.
Nice.
Yeah. Would you pay somebody to like if that dog is sick, what are you gonna do with them?
If the dog is sick,
Yeah, you know they usually
I
give
go,
lethal
I go, I go
injection.
to doctor.
Yeah, but if they're sick enough that they will constantly be in pain, are you gonna give them lethal injection?
No,
No?
no, no.
No, so you're not gonna spare them the existence filled with pain, constant pain.
Yes, yes. Sì. No, umano sperano il stesso moreno.
So sometimes dogs, when they go older, they get cancer.
It's
And
normal.
yeah, it's normal, but it's very painful for them, and we don't have we don't have the medicine to cure them, right? So
And you want to kill the dog?
so what happens in those situations, Mike? I'm asking you, what happens in those situations usually when you go to a veterinarian? Veterinarians recommend that you euthanize a dog, right? They give them a lethal injection they don't feel pain or anything, and then it puts them to sleep and then die peacefully. Would you do that to your dog if they were in that situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Che fai?
Lo culo, fra, chi sto vaccina e ti devo fare la cosa più kill un soffio umano. No. No, kill dog, no kill dog.
No?
No.
Why not?
If die, but I don't want to kill my dog with infection.
I try
To live, poi sì, if die.
Okay. So, do dogs deserve to not be killed by us?
No.
Okay. Do other animals deserve the same thing, to not be killed by us?
No.
Okay. So, take for instance cows, chickens, and pigs. Should they be killed by us?
No.
No, they shouldn't. Right. So, do you think that when we're buying animal products like meat, like cheese, like eggs, we're killing animals?
I eat meat.
So you're killing animals.
I know, but I don't kill the dog. I kill the. Come si dice bocca in inglese?
The cow?
Bravo, the cow.
Yeah. Well, why does a cow deserve to live and not a dog?
Because the dog.
Sorry, why does a dog deserve to live and not a cow?
No, because the dog is animal domestic.
Both are domestic, yeah.
Yeah, dog, yes. Cat.
So
dog.
cow is also domestic.
No, in house cow.
Domestic doesn't mean in-house. Domestic just means that they're bred by us.
Vabbè.
The
No.
cow is not a pet.
No. Huh?
The cow is not a pet. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
it's not pet.
Is a pig a pet?
No, but
There's several people who have pet pigs.
no, but it's not good. I killed the cow because I want it.
Do you need to?
I like.
So you don't need to. You like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think it's fair to kill animals because you like it?
Yes.
Yes.
We like to eat.
But you don't have to eat animal
only I.
products, right?
Every
You can
word
anything.
eat the beef.
You're vegetarian.
We're vegan. Yeah, we respect
Vegan.
animals. Yeah.
I know.
Me too, respect the animal.
No. You don't if you kill them. To force them.
In China, eat dog.
Yeah, sure. Let me show you something real quick. So there's this thing, because tell me exactly how this is respectful.
Non fa niente, che non va a fare un match stasera.
Can you hold this for a second, Lodewijk? Yeah, so you see this? Let me show you. So that you see it clearly. So there's this glove over here. I actually have several. Yeah, you see? So with this glove right here, you see it? Farmers, what they do is they put this glove, right? They put this glove all the way to their shoulders. You can see it over here. And then they put the hands in the anus of a cow to hold their cervix, and then they inject bull semen in their vagina. They have to jerk off a bull for that to happen, so somebody else will jerk off a bull. Can you tell me how this is respectful?
Respectful, but the cheese is important for the kitchen.
Can you tell me how this is respectful?
No, it's respectful, yes.
Is it respectful?
Yes,
So if somebody did it to you or to your mother, it would be respectful?
yes, but
If somebody put their hands in the anus against their consent and inject semen in their vagina against their consent, it would be respectful? Is rape respectful? Is that what you're
no,
saying?
respectful, but the cheese is important.
Cheese is important for what?
For the
what?
kitchen, for the cooking, it's important. Cheese,
Why?
milk, it's important.
Why? Can you not survive, be healthy, and have food without it?
If I don't eat cheese, don't eat milk,
Yeah.
don't eat beef, what I eat? Nothing.
Oh, it's so impossible.
That's so funny.
If I don't
Pasta,
eat
rice, beans,
Hey,
lentils,
pasta
chickpeas.
with, pasta with.
Tomato sauce? I don't know.
Only tomato.
No, you can make whatever
the
you
balls
want.
of meat, not the balls.
You can make
Take
plant-based
polpetta.
meatballs. There are
Take the
plant-based
pizza
meatballs.
and no meat.
You can make
and no
plant-based
cheese.
meatballs.
You eat pizza.
Yeah.
Which pizza?
Margarita?
I have
whatever.
cheese. I have cheese margherita. I
You
have
don't have to add-
mozzarella.
You can add plant-based cheese. There's plant-based cheese.
It's mozzarella.
But there's plant-based mozzarella.
It's the same of the cheese. It's cheese.
But it's
Mozzarella is a
plant-based.
big
It's,
cheese.
it's done without exploiting the animal.
Yeah. Okay. But it's the same of this.
Yeah, but it's without exploiting the animal. I don't have a problem with what you eat. It's about what happens to the animals. I'm not telling you to. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling. Well, you see it right now.
No, I go to supermarket. I cope the.
Yeah, I understand, but do you think that if you don't see it, it means it doesn't happen? Do you think like you're like, you know, babies when they put their hands, you pay peekaboo with the baby, you go like peekaboo, and you no longer see them. You're not like that. Just because you don't see the atrocity happen, it doesn't mean you don't pay for it or it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, but bro, but you, it's don't change the world. It's possible.
But that's not the question whether we change the world or not. My question is, why do you pay for it to happen? Why do you pay for cows to have this happen to them when there's no need for it? When you can have a pizza that is plant-based. When you can have
I'm
pasta
so sorry
that
for
is
the go. I'm
plant-based.
sorry for the go. Però
So why not choose different options?
5 minutes ago, I eat smash burger.
So why not eat a plant-based burger?
No.
Why not?
With what?
What's the plant-based burger made of?
Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
Dude, there's several. There's made of soy. They're made of
You're too old, you said it?
chickpeas. They're made of lentils. There's some made of
Chicken.
no, not chickens because they deserve to live also. Not them. No.
Hey. Fish, not fish.
No, they also deserve to live.
My fish is not animal. It's
They are,
stupid
they're
animal
sentient.
fish.
You know, do you think we should judge whether to kill somebody or not based on their
Oh, bro.
intelligence?
No, aspetta, fammi un frase.
Do you think we should
I know.
judge whether to kill somebody or not based on their intelligence?
I'm proud of you. I hope you change the world. But the beef is important in the world.
How about I do this? Let me give you a card and you watch a documentary. Can you do that?
Huh?
Can you watch a documentary just to get a little bit more informed because you don't know enough about it and just to know about it, okay?
No, I don't see because I
You
don't
don't
speak
see it?
good English.
No, it's okay. It's in Italian,
I'm sorry for
but
the.
it's in Italian.
I'm sorry for the call.
But not sorry enough to stop paying for it. huh? Not sorry enough to stop supporting. it.
If I don't eat more cow,
Yeah.
the-
What's gonna happen?
nothing because this person.
100
kill.
animals per year.
Eh,
100 animals per year. You could be sparing this. Is that nothing? You're 5 people. Imagine if my friend and I say to you 5, it's only 5 people. Let's kill you. It means nothing to the rest of the population,
I'm
but it
sorry
means
for the
everything to you. Somebody said gay. Thank you. Gay means cool on this channel.
You just saw that like that Italian
cool.
brain go like, if I don't eat the cheese,
That's gonna be such a good short, man. That's gonna be such a good short.
What do I eat?
That's gonna be such a good short, man. That's gonna be such a good.
I'm really
short.
sorry for the Italian people, but
Yeah,
you know that was
yeah.
really funny.
That was really funny. It's
I
gonna
know
be
that
an
there's
amazing
lots
shot.
of Italian vegans. We have a very good friend who is a very nice Italian vegan.
That was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
But that was funny.
That was funny. Yeah.
What
yeah.
do I eat?
I don't. I
saw,
think
like-
he was high or something. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
what he was.
they seem like they just came from the
Yeah.
coffee shop.
Yeah.
He said like I ate a smash burger. Like you know, it's like also like what time? What is this time to eat a smash burger?
No, he said he smashed the burger. Like he
No,
ate
a
the burger.
smash burger.
I think he was trying to say that he ate the burger. Also, when he was saying no, I kind of understood because it's the same in Romanian, you know, and he kind of was answering in that way. It's okay. I don't care about his Italianness. That was kind of funny to hear, but like it was just like his whole deal was that oh, it's okay to kill them because they're less intelligent, but he wasn't behaving very intelligently. Does that mean it's okay to kill him? Come on. Like
I was
let's
thinking the
stop it. It's
same
not-
thing. I
Yeah.
didn't wanna.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Is it okay to kill somebody based on their
Yeah, you
intelligence?
don't seem so intelligent to me. You know, can I now kill you? Oh my lord.
Make mozzarella from soy and vegan lacto acid. Traditional Italian food was polenta and barley soup. Thank you so much, Renee. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. The reality is that traditional Italian food wasn't so ingrained in animal products. It's only maybe in the last 100 years that it started being this way. Yeah, all across the world. It's just somehow we created this and we're like addicted to it. Well, we're not. Let's face it. Industries desperately want us to keep it this way. They make money out of it, so.
Italian food is so easy to veganize. You know, at least all the Italian foods that I eat. It's like
This
even
plant-based
like
mozzarella, man, that's so
Yeah, yeah.
easy to. This vegan pizza is so in every supermarket, like in Lidl, you find vegan pizza that's actually pretty good.
yeah, I know those are actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have some amazing vegan pizzas. Yeah.
Let's
I
aim for
was-
one more conversation after this.
I remember
We're
when I
almost 2
went
hours.
vegan, I thought that I will never have a pizza again because I just didn't count on vegan cheese meaning anything. So
Yeah.
I went vegan actually knowing or thinking that I will never have a pizza again. And also
Yeah.
I thought the same thing about milk chocolate. But I was like, okay, I love these products, but I'm just going to forsake them now because, you know, the animals deserve it more, you know, like deserve their life. Like I'm not gonna choose my life over a product that, you know, I like chocolate, I like pizza, but you know, sorry, and I said goodbye to these products. And then I found out, you know, after going vegan, that all these products are still available to me, and in fact they taste amazing. But yeah, a typical Italian person probably wouldn't know that.
But you know, man, Italians are so ingrained in their
Oof.
own cuisine. We all know, like this is a this
Yeah.
is a meme with the whole. How dare you make the traditional recipe slightly different?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
know.
whole thing. It's okay, you know. Like I get it. You really want to cling to your traditions, but you know what? The beauty of adapting traditions is that you may also discover new ones, better ones, new recipes, better
That's true.
recipes. Like it's so clinging on to this past of yeah, maybe the foods are good, but you know, clinging on to it does not help anybody, especially when you're oppressing others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go on a meditation retreat every year in Italy, and I was the only vegan in that retreat. The whole retreat was already vegetarian, but I was the only vegan in that retreat. And the cook adapted the food to my to veganism,
You wanna try it?
and it was amazing.
Hi, you wanna have a
Hello.
conversation with us?
Sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
I'm on TikTok.
On YouTube.
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 Yeah.
Live on YouTube. Hey.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Lobo.
Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo.
Lois.
Lois.
Hi.
Hi.
Josie. Nice
Lobo.
To meet
I'm
you. We
Chip.
call her Lobo. Chip.
Nice to meet you.
We call her Lobo. I'm Lobo.
Oh, you're also Lobo.
Yeah.
I thought Lobo was a man's name.
Something
Lobo. Doesn't matter.
Hey, we're animal rights activists, and we care about the rights of animals. And we want to ask you some questions. First, hypothetical to get into the conversation a little bit. So let's imagine that you walk down the street here in Amsterdam, and you see a guy, and he's just relentlessly beating a dog. Just horrible sight.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? A, you're going to help the guy beat the dog. B, you're going to do absolutely nothing about it, just walk off. Or C, you're going to call the police or maybe even help the dog in some other way.
C. I
C.
think all the piece C.
Yeah, C. Okay, so what do you think about option B though? Like when you do nothing about it, do you think that is a moral choice to make? That you just go and walk by and just go, like, it doesn't concern me?
Probably not. No.
No. So you would say that option B is immoral.
I would say option B is against my morals.
It's against your morals.
But
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
might be someone
that's
else
fine. Yeah,
that
that's good
wouldn't.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, that's what morals are. at the end of
Morals
the day.
are subjective, right? So I don't. Yeah, your morals and my morals might be slightly different, but like universally speaking, we do share some morals. Yeah.
Yes.
But we're interested in your morals. So yes, option B would be immoral to you. And how about you?
Yes.
Okay.
Moral to me.
Great. So now imagine that it's not a dog, but it's a pig. Are you still going to choose A? Well, are you choosing A, B, or C?
I would choose C, but I see where you're coming from because we also eat pigs.
Yeah.
I
we're
would say
getting to
C
that.
because I would want them to not be doing it in the street.
Oh.
Okay.
But if it was done behind closed doors, it would be
And
okay.
then I don't know.
But what if
Yeah.
it's his?
Oh, okay.
What if it's his pet pig?
His
What?
pet pig.
His pet
Then
pig.
I would think that's wrong.
Okay. And
C.
what if he says like, yeah, you know, I know it seems wrong to you, but actually this is my workout. I get really strong muscles from beating the
I'd
the
say go
pig.
to the gym.
Go to the gym,
It's not
yeah?
a healthy outlet. for
So you would say
exercise.
that if it's unnecessary for us to hurt an animal, we shouldn't be hurting animals.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's go to talk about, you know, the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for our food.
Yeah, like pigs. You said
Yeah.
we're eating pigs,
Yeah.
right? We're forcing them into gas chambers. Actually, pigs are killed in gas chambers. Are you guys from the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the UK, I think 96% of pigs are killed in gas chambers in the UK.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
but even if they weren't killed in gas chambers, right? The idea of us killing them and knowing that we don't need to because we can be healthy on a plant-based diet, wouldn't that be totally unfair for us to, for
Yeah.
what's
It's
happening
a
to
big
them?
contradiction. You're right.
Yeah. And do you think that where's do you think we have some responsibility in the matter if we pay for these products?
I think if you are willing to kill an animal yourself, then that's where I think it draws a line. Okay, you eat meat if you are willing to do that. But if you're not willing to kill the animal and then you'll eat it even if it's been killed in a horrible way, then it kind of makes you think, why are you eating it if you couldn't even kill it yourself?
Would you be willing to kill an animal if you had another option? Let's say you're in a situation where you can have a plant-based meal or you can kill this animal right
No,
here.
Of course not.
Of course not, no, because you have an option, right?
Yeah.
It's unnecessary. So it just in the situation on the street, the guy was doing a workout and you said like go to the gym, right? So this is all we're saying. We're saying when you go to the shop and you buy a meat product, we're saying, can you please buy the other product? You know,
Yeah.
instead of buy this product, because for this product a pig will be gassed. Yeah.
The saddest part is that it's so like just life
Yeah.
that we need the whole entire world,
It's kind of like a
or
knee-jerk
majority
reaction.
of the
yeah.
whole world,
Yeah.
to just say this is happening. We're not selling meat in supermarkets anymore, and you're gonna survive. Like
To stop it,
Yeah.
we need the whole world. Yeah, but you see, one person adopting a plant-based diet will not stop the system, obviously. It's 90 billion land animals, 90 per year, and up to 1 trillion sea creatures. It's a lot of animals that we kill worldwide. But one person adopting a plant-based diet can save up to 100 animals per year.
yeah,
So it doesn't put a dent in the system, but if you turn it around and think about it, there's 8 billion people on this planet. If somebody can kill 100 people whenever they want to, let's just say they have this supreme power of killing 100 people on the planet, it means nothing to the population of Earth.
Yeah.
But if you're one of those 100 people, it means everything to you. And this is the same way we should see this, because if you were to choose to adopt a plant-based diet, 100 animals wouldn't mean anything to the system. It would mean everything to the 100 animals that are no longer put into this position, right? Because we need to see them as the individuals that they are. We see them as numbers. We even put numbers on their ear, but they're individuals. They have emotions. They feel. They have an experience of the world. They're not numbers. They each one of those individuals felt something, thought something, and
yeah.
has a
I think it is
personality.
getting more popular. More people are becoming vegan, so hopefully that will lead to their children and then their children and their children. So in the next 20 years, hopefully, it will be a major improvement. For
Yeah,
animal
it's already been a major
consumption.
improvement. I mean, the word vegan has been around only since I think 1946 or so, or 53. I forgot which number exactly. But you know, it's not been around for very long. You know, and I've been vegetarian. Where before I was vegan, I was vegetarian for 20 years. And you know, back in the day, you know, it was very hard. You know, you could get one product or this product, but that's kind of it. You know, and now when you look in the shop, it's everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
So it's so easy today to be vegan.
Yeah.
And where are you from in the UK?
Bristol, near
Bristol,
Wales.
yeah.
Oh, Bristol. I've been to
Yeah.
Bristol. That's nice.
It's nice.
There's a lot of options also.
Yeah,
lot of
really
options.
good food options.
Yeah.
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 It's probably one of the first cities in the UK that had a lot of restaurants and cafes and stuff. I think it's quite a nice area.
I was there
Progressive
7 years
area.
ago, and I remember there were
Yeah,
a lot of options.
really progressive area.
I have a
Nice.
friend from Bristol. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you do?
A lot of options there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, considering that it's actually easy for you to make that change, and it actually makes a world of difference to the animals.
Yeah.
What are you going to do moving forward?
Well, meat kind of makes us ill anyway. We eat not very much meat.
We talk about cheese also, right? Like, do you
Yeah,
know what
I
happens
know, yeah.
for milk, for cheese? Do you know what cows go through?
Yeah.
Like, let me show you something. I don't know if you know this. Like, do you know what this is?
Yeah. You put it at their butts.
Yeah. Do you know why they do that? Do you know why a farmer does this thing where they put this glove like this, and then they put them in the hand of
What
the
does it
anus of a
do?
cow? So it protects obviously your skin from, because you're gonna put your hand in the anus of a cow, right? So they put their hands in the anus of a cow, they hold their cervix, and then they inject semen in their vagina,
So that they get lactated milk.
so that they get pregnant, and then they have a baby, so that they can get milk out of them. What do you think happens to the babies, though?
That's so sad.
What do you think happens to the babies after they're
They
born?
will die. They'll
Well,
get
they get taken from away from their mother, because we need to take as much milk as we want from the cow, and if the baby is there, they would drink some of the milk.
Yeah.
So they keep them separate. If the baby is born male, they kill them because they don't produce milk, or they grow them up to a year or two and then they kill them, or they sell them off to be killed, whatever. Same thing. If the baby is female, every year they suffer the same fate as their mother. Impregnated every year, babies taken and exploited for milk, and at around the age of 6 years, after repeated impregnations year over year, they get killed also. Do you know why they kill them at that age? Because cows can live 24 years, so they kill them at a very early age. Do you know why they kill them that early? Because they can't get them pregnant. They try to get them pregnant, and if the pregnancy doesn't stick, it would mean that they would have to keep them alive for another year, because that's when they're heat,
and then waste more
and
money.
feed them, and then they waste money, so they kill them. Yeah. Is that not fucked up?
Yeah.
And do you think that when we buy these products, we're telling them, hey, I'm going to buy this product, you do what you have to do to the animal so that I get this product? Yeah.
Especially because there's just so many more options now. I think the whole world could stop being like, think it's
And it
really
has,
woke or something. People don't want to take part because they're like, this is nonsense.
and it has to start with us, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole world should do it, but it has to start with us,
Yeah.
right?
We tried to be vegan like 6-7 years ago, and like you say, like all this, it was only Linda McCartney sausages and like dairy-free products. But now in the supermarket, there's like aisles full of.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
very
UK,
different.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think we should give it another go.
So how many more animals should be put through this for you? Should be exploited, slaughtered, treated like an object for you from now on?
Never.
Never.
None.
Love this.
Good.
Let me give you some helping hands for that. Okay. So I'll give you 2 cards. There's a thing here called Challenge 22. If you scan that QR code, it's free. All of it is free. I'm not interested in money or anything. In Challenge 22 there, they hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan for free.
Yummy.
So if you're having issues, don't know what nutrients to get or what something, this will be easy because they'll help you out with everything.
Oh,
While
really?
you're in Amsterdam, I also recommend, there's a lot of great restaurants. There's a good restaurant here called Madre. It's very close. It's a
Very
Mexican
tasty.
restaurant.
What's that app that you can use for eating?
Happy Cow.
Happy Cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Can I
it's nice
ask
talking to
you a
guys.
final question?
Yep.
Because I'm kind of curious. Like, we went through a little hypothetical where you got to choose A, B, or C,
Yeah.
right? And A was to help the guy beat the dog, and B is to do nothing, and C is to help the dog.
Yeah.
So when you're eating animal products, in which category are you? A, B, or C?
A.
A.
Yeah.
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 A.
A.
You got it.
So, do you want to be in category A?
No.
Great. So please go vegan then, because for the animals it makes a world of difference.
100 a year. Nice to
100 a
talk
year.
to you guys.
We
Yeah.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
You're the
Thank
first
you.
good
See you at
conversation.
Madre.
And I'll tell you this: we haven't had a lot of good conversations today. There's not a lot of open-minded people. You
Yeah.
seem like more open-minded people. Sadly, you have more of a responsibility if you're open-minded
Yeah.
because
We've got to
people
tell more
will
people.
follow the open-minded.
Yeah.
So you have a responsibility to act, and yes, people will follow you.
Yeah.
But it's
Thank
important
you
that
very
you
Thank
act.
you so
okay?
much. Thank you for
Thank you so
talking
much.
about-
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one. Cheers. They got it.
That's how every conversation should go.
Just insane. They got it so fast. I think like the blonde girl was already feeling bad about it, and she fell through it. Yeah, that's how every conversation should go. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got it also. Like, in which category are you then? You know, A, B, or C? And she said
Instantly.
She said A, and
Instantly.
the look on her face was very interesting because she was like, "I don't want to be in category A. You know, I don't want to be helping people abuse animals."
That's it. And if you're
That's
not
all that's
vegan,
to it.
that's
To
what
it.
you're doing. You're supporting people who abuse animals. Wait, if animal is attacking a guy and you don't want to help, you aren't vegan. You are a psychopath. But nobody mentioned the situation. Like, of course, you have the right to self-defense. That's not what we're saying, is it?
That wasn't the situation that
Yeah.
we painted. Yeah.
You're like you don't know how to spell you're full of shit. A person who eats meat is not an animal. Better delusional puss. I don't know what you mean by that, man. But maybe you know. Maybe rephrase it and then we can have a conversation.
Tell us about all the native species where they grow your food that are completely
It's a
wiped out.
it's a crop deaths argument.
Of death.
Yeah. Well, obviously it makes sense. Then obviously it justifies us putting on this glove and putting the hands in the anus of a cow, so that we can inject semen in their vagina and jerking off bull.
You know-
It obviously is justified because we have to kill some animals to defend our crops, but it's justified to rape cows, take away their babies.
Actually, you can look this up. Just Google this. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction.
It is, yeah.
Just look that up. Just Google it. Just go and Google it. Check it out. Just
Yeah.
type it in exactly as I said. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction.
It is, and also the reason why this argument doesn't work is because of this thing that a lot of animal people who consume animal products bring into the equation called the food chain, which is actually a better biological name would be the trophic chain, which essentially proves, because it's not a measurement of power, it just proves how energy flows in an ecosystem, and it just shows that the animals who eat the plants directly get a lot of energy, and the animals who eat those animals get less energy. So essentially, that's what we're saying. When you eat an animal product, you kill also all the animals that were eaten, that were killed to produce the food for that animal. So the crop deaths argument doesn't work. It's just like saying, yeah, the world isn't perfect, therefore I can't be vegan. No, obviously crop deaths shouldn't happen, and it wouldn't happen if the world were vegan, right? If the farmers were vegan, they wouldn't just kill around all animals. They would try to deter and do the best that they can. So in a vegan world, crop deaths wouldn't happen. Animals being killed for crop production are being killed because they're defending their crops. There's no intention there that like, oh, I want to kill an animal and eat them. Like there's no form of objectification towards the animal. You're just defending your crops, as you would if a human would try to steal your crops, or if a human enters your house and tries to steal something. You might kill them to defend them. And third, again, when you kill an animal, you produce more crops, and thus you produce more crop deaths. So it
Yep.
doesn't really work.
And there's a bit of a nirvana fallacy in there as
Yeah.
well. Because, yes, when we eat plants, there is a bit of crop death involved in that. That's absolutely true, yeah. Vegans are like perfect, but perfection also doesn't exist. We're not advocating for perfection. We're just advocating to not eat animals, which is unnecessary. And all the arguments that Chip just made just make that a good choice. Yeah.
Sure, they
Just
make
like
a
if you
very
can
good
eat animals and crops, or you can eat crops without the animals, then why not choose the non-violent option? Like, how hard is that? Let's do one more. Guys, do you know what agriculture is?
Yeah. Well, you mean animal agriculture or plant agriculture? Because agriculture is simple. We just take resources and produce food out of it, right? Or produce whatever we want out of it. That's essentially kind of what agriculture is, right? But when we call animals who are individuals as resources, we're doing something immoral. So animal agriculture is immoral, just as it would be if we did human agriculture, we would be farming humans. But if we farm plants, plants are not individuals. So plant agriculture is not immoral. See, that's the difference.
Agriculture is what came after hunt and seek, or gathering and seeking plants, or animals and plants, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a way that we made food. Nowadays, agriculture is more than just food, I guess, because we produce also biofuels and all sorts of stuff from planting plants.
We cultivate plants and animals to eat, basically.
The insane part is that like this crop deaths argument is such a weird one, because out of all the crops that we grow, I think about 60% is for food, 40% is for biofuel, for all these other industries. And nobody's criticizing these industries. Look at all the crop deaths you're doing. No, it's us, the vegans, that are less than 1% that are causing all these crop deaths. Imagine that.
And it's so funny also that some people make this argument of hunting, like, if I could hunt my own flesh, blah, blah, blah. And they're basically saying, like, let's go back to this hunter-gatherer situation, you know?
Yeah.
Which
wouldn't even allow them to eat that much
no.
meat. Like they would eat meat once a month or something.
Yeah, it's like as if we could do that with 8 billion people on the planet, you know, like we would all go back to hunter-gatherer mode. No, we can't, you know, like it's just agriculture is a great thing though. It's awesome. I mean, it keeps us alive. Like we're not we're not against agriculture, but let's make it efficient and non-violent as much as we can, you know.
That's true.
That's all there's to it.
Do you guys have any questions for us, two vegans speaking with people? Huh? Once society fails in major cities, they'll be eating each other in 2 weeks or be eaten. Yeah, sure. In a situation of survival, you might eat others and other animals. Yeah. And I don't think any of us are saying die. None of us are saying you should die instead of an animal. What we're saying is that you don't die if you don't kill the animal. You just kill the animal because you get pleasure from the product that you get out of killing that animal or out of exploiting that animal. So you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. There's no need for anything.
We're very privileged, you know.
Yeah,
we're very privileged to be able to make a non-violent choice. So why not then make it, you know? Like we're not in that survival mode, you know. We don't need to go and hunt each other to survive, you know.
Exactly.
We can just go to the supermarket and then either you pick the non-vegan option, which means some animal gets hurt, or you can pick the vegan option and then no animal gets hurt. Like that's all there is to it. You know?
Somebody said, I buy my meat from local farms. Well, Peaceful Darkness, all farms are local to some place, right? You understand that first and foremost. All the farms are local somewhere. Buying them locally means nothing. This whole local thing was a thing to consider when it was the environmental concern, right? Because transporting food. But as we have seen time and time again, the transport is actually a very small footprint of the food. The biggest, well, unless you're maybe like transporting a plant-based product across the world, but an animal-based product across the world in a plane, because if you put it in a ship, it's not even going to be that much of a footprint.
That's true.
But like, if you buy from a small local farm an animal product, environmentally it still will be worse than you buying a plant-based product from a different part of the world, first of all. And second, it doesn't matter if it's local or not. They still slaughter the animals. They still exploit and slaughter them. Whether it's a small farm or a large farm, a nice farm, a backyard farm, a local farm, whatever you want to call them. It's unnecessary killing.
Yeah, people have this image in their mind that I used to have in my mind. I read a lot of Donald Duck growing up. And you know, Grandma Duck with the farm and with she has one cow and one horse and they're all happy together, you know. And that's the image we have of these local farms, you know. But local farms, they're just farms and they operate like any other farm. And if they're smaller farm, it doesn't matter because they're still doing all the same stuff to these animals, you know.
Yeah, actually, there's the empirical evidence. I think I left the tab open in your browser so you can look there because it's a gist on it's a gist or gist. How do you say it? Gist. Gist. It's a gist on GitHub. Gist. Yeah. So you have there all the studies, and there's a study about how done on 3,000 dairy farms in the UK, in Germany, and in these dairy farms, the animal welfare index between small farms or large farms was almost identical. In fact, in the large farms, animals had a better animal welfare index, which is counterintuitive to us because when we see them as being objectified. But on the large farms, they had standard procedures in place, so less people were kicking the cows. In large procedures, they had actual veterinarians on visit. So if the cows were sick, they don't like. People don't realize that as a farmer, how often animals get sick. Like it's a big deal. Like a lot of the times, farming of animals implies a lot. Like veterinary calls a lot, and on small farms, unfortunately, they cannot afford it. Small farms also can't afford to always keep a bull. You know, you have to feed the bull. It's easier to just buy the sperm from somewhere. So on smaller farms, it's more likely that you'll get artificial inseminations than on big farms. And doesn't matter, but it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You force the animals to mate and you kill them when you want to, and to get something out of them, and it's wrong.
Yeah, it's like saying, I get my slaves from a local slave trader who has only a few slaves that he treats really well, like, yeah, okay, maybe that's better, but it's not good, And actually, I want to push back on that just thing a little
Please
bit.
do.
That study was in Germany, and
3,000 dairy farms.
I think that actually in some other countries it's very different. Like
in other countries different.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the U.S. for example, because I don't think they have that much regulation in the U.S. So the bigger farms are actually quite horrible there.
Like the CAFOs. Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but
I'm
I
also
do
not sure.
think that in America the situation might be different. But
That's
it doesn't
possible,
matter.
but it doesn't matter,
In the
yeah.
end, it's all like local or not local. It's all animal abuse. If it doesn't need to happen, if you don't need to slit the cow's throat, then why do you do it? Like how can you justify slitting a cow's throat when it's just not necessary?
What about the millions of bees killed with pesticides and land mammals blended harvesting your crops?
Didn't we just cover crop that?
Yeah, look
just
back a little bit
scroll
in time.
back and
Scroll back in time. We just covered crop
slaves
death.
work on every farm they get vegetables from.
Yeah. So let me put it this way: a system that contains exploitation versus a system that depends on exploitation, right? So we as vegans are against the exploitations of animals, right? But there's a difference. Because I'm personally against all forms of exploitation. Clearly, I think Lodewijk, you're also against all forms of exploitation. Who isn't at the end of the day, right?
For sure.
It's just that you gotta understand that there's a difference between systems that contain exploitations and systems that depend on exploitations. Take for instance the phone, right? The phone that you guys are seeing us through, right? This phone obviously may have been built by using some form of child labor or something. I don't think it was because I actually looked into it before buying it, so I don't think there was any.
We had a conversation about that.
Before
you bought it.
We actually had a conversation about it. Yeah,
But I get your point.
but let's imagine even if it were, right? If none of us stop buying these phones, it's not like that factory who uses child labor will stop or child labor will stop. Child labor will still continue. They will just build a different thing, either different phones or different other item. So it's a system that contains exploitation. Boycotting a system that contains exploitation will not work. You need to work with the system in that situation. You need to do protest, which you should. It's very important that we do this, that we protest, that we discuss the conditions that these workers are going through, everything that they're happening. It's very important that we do that. Oh my God, this person is talking right here. But a system that depends on exploitation, which is what animal agriculture is, animal agriculture, farming animals can never exist without exploiting animals. And a system that depends on exploiting animals cannot possibly be improved. It has to be abolished. It has to stop. So animal agriculture will always exploit animals, and therefore it should always stop. It's as simple as that.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's like somebody made a remark about my shoes. I think 3-5 streams back. It's like, do I know that my shoes were not built in some kind of sweatshop? I don't know for sure. I looked at the label and I thought, no, probably it wasn't. But I don't know that for sure. But it doesn't need to be made in a sweatshop, first of all, which is the difference between the dependency and the need, as you talked about. And second of all, if I would know for sure that it was made in a sweatshop, I wouldn't buy it. Because I don't support sweatshops, or I don't want to support sweatshops.
Yeah.
But it might accidentally happen that I buy something that came from a sweatshop.
We
But
all
if there's a label on it like this was made in a sweatshop, then I would definitely not buy it. And that's exactly what you get when you buy meat, because the meat itself already depends on exploitation. Already says this is an animal that was killed, unnecessarily because you can eat something else. So that's why I don't buy meat.
And I really like that what you said throughout this whole stream. You said constantly, hey, we're not perfect. This isn't an appeal to perfection, right? This isn't an appeal to nirvana fallacy. We're not telling you to be perfect. We're just telling you there's this one thing you're doing. There's this one thing in your life that it would be as easy as, instead of picking this product from the supermarket shelf, move a little bit to the right and pick this product, and you learn to love it. If you don't love it at first, that's okay. You learn to love it. Tastes adapt. That's why there's a thing called acquired taste, because taste adapts according to what you like. And you learn to love it. And by the way, I generally believe vegan food is generally better than any
Yeah.
other animal-based food. Like most of the times that will be the case.
Oh, this I will not maybe agree with you on. Like,
I personally
Like-
believe that most of the times plant-based food will be better.
I love a lot of plant-based food, but there's really great plant-based
Sure.
food as well. Of course.
But I think let's put it this way: if you're going to make something at home, chances are you're probably going to be better off if you're making a plant-based dish than an animal-based dish. That's just how I see it. Because
I'm not sure.
with a plant-based dish, I don't know. I feel like it's just so much more creative. Absolutely all the plants have their own personal taste. Like they have
Oh,
their
yeah.
own distinct taste. When you mix them together, that's different. Meat just has one particular taste. Sure, you can add spices on it, but those are just plants. So still plants give it the taste. There is some taste to meat on its own. I won't say no, but I personally never liked it. So maybe I'm just being a bit biased. So.
While in theory I disagree with you,
Yeah.
in practice actually I agree with you, because since I'm vegan, I've never tasted so many nice things in my life, because I got more creative. Yeah, I
the
learned to
thing.
cook a little bit, and then I found out like I like these flavors more. I mean, cooking is a superpower, people. It's so awesome. You get to make the food exactly as you like it. You know, if you're not into cooking, you should definitely try it a little bit. You know, because man, it's like everybody has their own taste, and I make the food exactly the way I like it. And well, after going vegan, I learned to cook a little bit more. And now I'm enjoying my food even more than before I was vegan.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole point that we're trying to make is, again, it's an easy choice. You don't have to be perfect. Just pick a different food. Learn to cook whatever. Because on the other side, when you pick an animal product, it's like this. Let me show you. It's like this for them. This is standard practice for them. This is violent. It's abusive. Sorry, I think it's this way. It's violent, it's abusive, and it's shitty.
And none of it needs to happen.
Exactly the point. That's all we're trying to say. None of it needs to happen.
And taste pleasure doesn't justify it.
Yeah, and if you were in their shoes, you would say, please stop. This is unfair. Let's not do this. That's all we're saying. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Jim.
everybody, for being here. I want to give a shout out to Draculum for being the first to comment on the last stream. We have a contest that the first person to comment on the stream gets a shout out. Thank you, Draculum. You were the first to comment. Follow Lodewijk, Kind Future. I will add him as a collaborator. I can only add him as a collaborator afterwards, but please follow him. All of these videos will be cut and put on the channel, including Kind Future, who will be collaborator all those videos, including on the second channel that I have. And I want to say thank you for everybody who supported the channel, who donated, everybody who was in the chat, who had conversations with people. I'm sure it's not easy, so thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for being here. We're going to continue doing it. I'll see you probably tomorrow, or if not on Sunday. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Bye-bye.